This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
The Deputy Prime Minister says the former administration's Green Island plan for Ragged Island was just talk. Vaccine boosters available widely beginning today. And Miss Bahamas gets into the top 10 at Miss Universe for the first time ever. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's there. It's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Monday, December 13th, 2021. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Laverne Gardner will be here filling in for Pamela Musgrove. Also this morning, we're going to talk about the DNA after Arinthia Komalafe quit as leader last week. And later in the show, we've got another drawing of the Bahamas COVID vaccination raffle. And then in Morning Blend Business, the CFAL Holiday Savings Challenge. It's time for their big announcement about who will be the winner of a special prize. Talk about that and what you need to keep in mind about saving, especially for next year for the holidays. That's all coming up. But first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while we're sleeping and the top national and international headlines this morning. Overnight, as of today, COVID-19 booster shots will be available for all Bahamians and residents who are 18 years and older. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is making that announcement over the individuals who got their second shot of Pfizer or AstraZeneca at least 6 months ago will be eligible for booster shots. Individuals who got their Johnson & Johnson shot at least 2 months ago will be eligible as well. The ministry noted that a booster shot will increase the body's ability to protect you against COVID-19. The Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson vaccines will be used for booster shots. The expansion of the booster shot program to all adults coming less than a week after Health Minister Dr. Michael Darville announced the first phase of the program. In the first phase, only individuals who were 60 years and older were eligible for booster shots. In the second phase, only healthcare workers and uniformed branch personnel were eligible. Following that, the program was supposed to expand to the wider public. Investigations continue into a traffic accident that has left a woman dead. It's happened on Grand Bahama. She was driving a car that collided into a meet and hit a utility pole on Saturday night. The victim was driving a silver Honda Accord on Warren J. Laverty Highway near Bahama Rock around 10 p.m. Police say the woman lost control and collided with that central median, then that pole. The victim, who had no signs of life at the scene, was taken to the Rand Memorial Hospital where she was pronounced dead. A magistrate convicting Garvin Dawkins of threatening to harm former F&M MP Travis Robinson on social media. Robinson was a representative for Bain and Grantstown when Dawkins posted the videos on May 30th. He was defeated in the September 16th general election, as you may recall. Dawkins, who was 47, who supported Robinson in the 2017 general election, threatened to drop a bombshell on the MP in two expletive-laced videos as he complained about his representation. In one of the videos, Dawkins said, quote, "I can drop a bombshell on you. You ain't gonna. I can deal with you. I can sort you out." Robinson testified that the videos put him in fear of his life. During cross-examination by Roger Minnis, Robinson said he had never heard the word bombshell used in a political context. According to him, on the streets, bombshell meant he would be shot. In his defense, Dawkins explained that he meant he would release politically damaging news when he said bombshell. Dawkins has been said he'd seen that Robinson since he posted the videos, and they had no incident. However, when cross-examined by Police Sergeant Vernon Pyfrom, Dawkins conceded that the phrases, quote, "deal with you and sort you out" could be considered threats in the street. The magistrate said if the word bombshell had been used alone, its meaning would have been ambiguous. Dawkins was fined $500. He will serve a default sentence of 1 month in prison if he doesn't pay the fine. Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper pledging the Davis administration's commitment to restoring Ragged Island as he criticized the former government for dragging its feet after the island was decimated by Hurricane Irma in 2017. Cooper, who's also the MP for Ragged Island, made the comments during the opening of a new airport terminal building, which replaced the gazebo that was destroyed during Hurricane Irma. He noted that the building, which was started 8 weeks ago and cost an estimated $250,000, will be the model for small airports around the country. And Bahama President Graham Davis says the resort has a very strong outlook for the final week of the year with more than 96% occupancy and very little availability. Davis, giving a company update during the Bahamas Hotel Nation's 69th annual general meeting, said Bahamar had a very successful wrap-up of November. Atlantis also reporting favorable numbers for Christmas. Overseas, night shift workers in the middle of the holiday rush cranking out candles at Mayfield Consumer Products when a tornado closed in on the factory and word went out to seek shelter. At least 8 people were killed at that factory in Kentucky, among dozens of fatalities across the state. The state was the worst hit by far in an unusual mid-December swarm of twisters across the Midwest and South United States that leveled entire communities and left at least 14 people dead in Illinois, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Missouri. But the factory toll at least will be lower than initially feared. The governor there saying that only 40 of the 110 people working in the factory at the time were rescued, and that it'll be a miracle if anybody else was found alive. But on Sunday, that's what he said on Saturday, on Sunday, the candle company said that while 8 were confirmed dead and 8 remained missing, more than 90 others had been located. Bahamian baseball player Jazz Ratto Jazz Chisholm making his way home for the first time in nearly 2 years, greeted by family, government officials, baseball officials, and media at Fusion Superplex on Sunday. Miami Marlins infielder who finished his first full season in major leagues was happy to be welcomed home. He says the first thing he's going to do yesterday was to get a conch snack. You can read more about Jazz's return home in today's Guardian Sports section. In her first collegiate track and field meet, Kentucky freshman Anthea Charlton leaping her way to victory in the women's long jump competition, the Louisville Cardinal Classic at the Norton Healthcare Complex in Louisville, Kentucky. She was one of 3 Bahamians who competed for the University of Kentucky Wildcats. Charlton, who excels both on the track and in the pit, leapt a personal best at a facility record of 5.99 meters. The leap came on her third attempt as she moved down from third to fourth. It was her rank. It has a rank now at number 14 on the NCAA Division I indoor long jump list. Read more about it in today's Guardian Sports section. And the Bahamas Lawn Tennis Association is set to hold the 2021 Giorgio Baldacci Open National Championships at the BLTA's National Tennis Center, December 20th through 23rd. All the country's top male and female tennis athletes are expected to be home to compete for the opportunity to be crowned the 2021 national champion. From the NFL, the Green Bay Packers beating the Chicago Bears 45-50. Tom Brady, the 700th touchdown pass, lifting the Buccaneers over the Bills 33 in overtime. The Browns hang on to beat the Ravens 27-22. And from the NBA, LeBron James scoring 30 points as the LA Lakers top the Magic from Orlando, beating them 106-94 for their 5th win in 7 games. At sports. And that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. Weather for today, we've got a ridge of high pressure that will gradually shift eastwards today as a weak frontal boundary across central Florida will stall just north of the islands through this evening. Beachgoers in the central and southeast Bahamas should exercise caution due to the risk of rip currents along east coast beaches. For today, for the northwest Bahamas, expect partly sunny, warm, and breezy conditions with a few quick passing showers, turning fair and breezy tonight with a passing shower or 2 possible. Small craft caution will come into effect by this evening. Winds northeast to east at 10 to 15 knots, increasing to 15 to 20 knots by tonight. Seas 2 to 4 feet, building to 4 to 6 feet by tonight. For the central and southeast Bahamas, expect variably cloudy, warm, and breezy conditions today with quick passing showers possible. Breezy and mild tonight with a stray shower or 2 possible. Small craft operators should exercise caution. Winds northeast to east at 15 to 20 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet. Temperature-wise today, look for highs getting up to around 84 Fahrenheit, 29 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 68 Fahrenheit, 20 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have an extended outlook coming up after traffic in just a bit. Listening to Morning Blend when we come to stories right here on your home for fresh news and smart talk all day. Guardian Radio 96.9.
After a rough year, Rev has decided there is no naughty. We're putting everyone on the nice list and celebrating the real magic of Christmas. Rev customers know all about real magic. They already get more channels, more sports, and more speed. Now, we're giving more Christmas with up to $250,000 in cash and prizes to make your Christmas magical. You could win prizes like rent and mortgage payments, smart TVs, trips to see your favorite NBA All-Stars, plus up to $20,000 in Rev's cash vault. How? Sign up or upgrade to Rev Trio. Fill your stockings with entertainment and connection all year round. Call 601-8992 today or visit rev.bs/real magic. Rev, you and us, together.
Technology makes every day in life just a little bit easier. Whether it's for joy, productivity, or creativity, Custom Computers has all the latest gadgets to conquer any obstacle. Imagine automating mundane tasks with tech and living a freer, richer lifestyle, all while staying on top of your goals. The path to freedom could fit in the palm of your hand. Discover tomorrow's technology today at Custom Computers on Patton Street, Cable Beach, and Caves Village through the Blake Road entrance.
You can win! You can win! Everybody can win with Esso this Christmas! Win with Esso every week in the Philip and Win this Christmas promotion. Simply spend $25 or more in fuel, write your name, email, and telephone number on the back of your receipt, and drop it in the entry box provided for your chance to win loads of weekly prizes. Promotion ends December 22nd, 2021. Terms and conditions apply. Visit bettergasmileage.com/Philip and Win for more details. The Esso brand is a trademark of ExxonMobil Corporation and is used under license.
RBC has been growing with the Bahamas for over 110 years. We are committed to deepening our relationship with existing clients and forging new ones in the future. With investments in youth, education, and environmental initiatives, we're dedicated to helping you and our communities grow.
We're here to help you flourish. We're RBC.
RBC Royal Bank.
You've tried everything. ASUS, with your mother's cousin's sister's auntie, and even hiding your money under your mattress safe. Your Bahamian dollar deposit in a member bank or credit union is insured up to $50,000. If anything happens, your deposit up to the insured value will be returned to you thanks to Deposit Insurance. Visit Deposit Insurance Corporation at www.dic.bs.
Protection for your money guaranteed with DIC.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's here. It's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, day. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for your smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at morningblend969 or .com/morningblend969. Email us morningblend@nasguard.com, or you can text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC 422-4796. Standard text rates apply. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Joining me now, filling in for Pamela Musgrove, we've got Laverne Gardner. Laverne Gardner, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being here with us on this Monday morning.
It's my pleasure.
Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. I come on the air chuckling because I'm just taking a quick look at the Tribune this morning. There's a story in the business section. And the headline is, "Make this the last VAT change for a long time." Like, who's this? Who is this? Who is this bold saying this? Wow. And did they know they were going to be quoted in the papers? Saying, okay, well, we could all say that. But, well, we said that the last time, too, I'm sure. But, okay. Yeah, sure.
We'll see.
We will see. We will see. Don't hold your breath, though.
That's right.
Don't hold your breath. But, anyway, it's only a few weeks ago before we see VAT go down on
Reduced by 2%
on
go
most
down, and then increase to 10%.
on
So
some.
we have the decrease and we have an increase.
So the seesaw of that coming up in a few days. But it's going to be interesting. We're going to see how that goes. We will see how that goes as everything else skyrockets in price. I took a picture of something I bought earlier this year. So this is December now, right? I think I got this in September. It's a food product.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time it was $8 and something. How much do you think it is now in December?
I'm going to say 15.
Okay. See, now you ruined my story. Anyway, if it had been $9, maybe 10. It went to 11. I think that's unbelievable. In the space of 2.5 to 3 months, to jump from $8, which was outrageous to begin with, to go to 11. Like, what's happening here? 15, I just wasn't going to pick it up anymore. That must have been a buy one get one free thing, eh? Well, obviously not free, but a buy two.
Prices are skyrocketing here. Prices are skyrocketing in the U.S.
8 to 11 though.
Yeah. I feel like every time I go to the grocery store, and I'm doing this regularly, I'm paying more for either the same amount of stuff or less.
But usually it's that little incremental increase, like, $5.95 to $5.99, then $6.05, $6.25. Not from $5.95 to $10.95. Like, what? Anyway, so this is a sign of things to come. So be prepared.
Brace yourself.
Yeah, brace yourselves. All right, so coming up this morning, we've got more weather and traffic. And in our 8 o'clock hour, got another drawing of the Bahamas COVID vaccination raffle. It's now Mondays and Thursdays. Then in our 9 o'clock hour, Morning Blend Business, we're talking with CFAL about their holiday savings challenge. It's a wonderful initiative they do, helping people to save every year. And the incentive, in December, there's a big drawing. Somebody gets money, right? So in addition to saving, helping you save, somebody gets to win some extra money.
Right. So you're rewarded for saving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
an individual.
Somebody, yeah, some lucky person. And no loss because you've saved. You've saved.
Right.
And you did.
So even if you don't get the additional cash, at least you, like you said, hopefully you have now practiced a very good habit, and you'll continue to maintain that.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to name the winner today. So if it's you, stay tuned. Okay, so that's coming up.
Okay, so I'm going to sign out.
All right, so that's all coming up. But right now, let's talk about what else is in the news. And in the news, a lot to talk about. A lot happened over the weekend. We're going to get into some of these. Some of these won't be able to get into, but this is what's coming up. We're going to talk about vaccine boosters. Suddenly, anybody over 18 can get a booster beginning today. And Ragged Island, Chester Cooper, who's the Member of Parliament for Ragged Island and also the Deputy Prime Minister, had a lot of interesting things to say about Ragged Island and the Green Island. Do you remember that? After Hurricane Irma.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a model.
Yes. What he said is very interesting. We'll get to that in a bit. Did you hear about the DNA? They've lost another leader as Rinthi Komalafe has quit. But she says she's not leaving politics, huh? So all of that coming up. And Jazz Chisholm, the Major League Baseball player who created quite a sensation in the last season for the Miami Marlins. He's home for a few days, and that's great. That's great stuff. But I think everybody overnight was talking about what happened at Miss Universe.
Yeah, we won it.
In Israel there, Miss Bahamas, Chantel O'Brien, made history. She blew everybody away when she was called in the semifinals already, in the 16 that
right,
advanced. And that was like already a huge win. It felt like, but then she went on to the, what do you call that one? The next semifinals.
Yes,
she went to the top.
Say she went to the top 10.
The top 10. The top 10. This is a first for Miss Bahamas at Miss Universe, and Chantel O'Brien making everybody very proud.
Yeah, I have to be very proud. My daughter called me, who's not, here, but she called me. She said, "Mommy, what's going on?" Say, we just have a win streak,
right?
This year. First we win the Olympics, and now we won. Because for us, placing in the top 10, that's a win.
That's very big, very
that's a
big.
Win.
And so it's wonderful stuff there. And Chantel O'Brien is a wonderful person. We've had her on a couple times on the show. I remember when she came on as part of the contestants for the Ms. UB pageant. The first time we met her there, and she blew us away. And then she came back for Miss Bahamas, I think it was, or another pageant, but always just quite very special, and very happy for her. Great stuff there. So yeah, let's talk about it if you want. Give us your views on it there. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Miss India went on to win. Miss India went on to win.
Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, after she didn't go any further, I was like, okay, well, I'm done.
You just switched over.
I'm done. Let me go back to football.
Oh, man. All right. So, but great stuff there. We've got a lot of comedians in the Bahamas. I saw somebody tweet that, hey, yeah, we got to do something for her. Let's name an island after her. Why not Iguana? That name never made any sense. I think that was the tweet.
Wow.
So, yeah. Okay.
I don't know how the people in Iguana would feel about that.
Kind of weird.
Right.
But anyway.
O'Brien Island.
Right. And so you're going to be an
There you go. O'Brien Island.
O'Brienite? O'Briener?
O'Briener.
O'Briener. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Let's talk about it, folks. Again, call us or tweet us, Facebook us, text us 422-4796 when you share your well wishes for Chantel and for everybody involved there. And I think we might get another chance to shine this week as the Miss World pageant is coming up. Miss Bahamas, they're also getting a lot of attention. So who knows? Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Two in it? That would be, I think that would be world news, global news.
Absolutely.
If you had two, right, in the top 10.
We would absolutely know that we've won all international competitions.
Yeah, man. Look at that. So,
but she has set the bar now.
Yeah.
Something for other contestants as they represent us internationally to strive for.
Yeah. Very nice. I think that was a great moment of pride. We
absolutely
for everybody, and we need to keep those coming. We need to keep those coming. So we can do it. We can do it. We can dream.
We do.
Achieve
we
these
can.
things.
We can do that. So for those who are out there and that is something that they wish to pursue, there's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Beautiful young lady, inside and out, and was able to achieve great success. So congratulations to her and her team. Congratulations to all of us. All of us should be celebrating.
Yeah. Wonderful stuff. And hopefully, we will do something special. Hopefully when she comes home, maybe a parade. I don't know. We can do those again.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe give her some land. Hopefully it'll have infrastructure. I'm sorry. I didn't have to go there. That was small of me. Was small of me.
Definitely motorcade, since we saw that you could do that during the election there. So, there should be no excuse for that. So we will see. Elsewhere in the news, as we said, boosters. It's time for boosters if you want. And the booster shot is available for anyone over the age of 18 now. Just days after it was announced that it was going to be for specific people, that changed. And now beginning today, if you are 18 years and older, and if it's been 6 months since your AstraZeneca shot, your final AstraZeneca shot, or if it's been 2 months since Johnson & Johnson.
You always say that in a particular tune when you mention Johnson & Johnson.
No, just for emphasis. You are eligible to get a booster. And the boosters will be Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson. Yeah. So that's great stuff. So how do people feel about that? I know at least 2 people who told me they are going today. They've been asking about it for weeks, wondering if it's going to happen. And people were recommending last week that the Johnson & Johnson that we have here use those as booster shots. And so that's going to be happening beginning today. So are you prepared to get your booster, especially as we've got new variants popping up and folks are saying you need to boost your immunization, turbocharge it with a booster shot, and I guess get used to doing that periodically. What say you about it? 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796.
Do you think, Dwight, that people, I'm sure, like you said, you know a couple of people who, I know at least one person who's been waiting on this booster, but do you think people who've already been fully vaccinated, they're going to think to themselves, well, I'm already fully vaccinated, I'll ride this out, and maybe not go and get a booster, like we talked about last week, or those people who were reluctant and they finally did it, but they weren't really excited about it, and now they need a booster.
I think we're going to see a little bit of everything. We're going to see, the people who are very excited, and then the people who are like, I'm not doing this again. It's going to be all over the place. And we still have people who don't even want the first shot.
Right.
So
and then our companies who put out a mandate that they were requiring, their employees to become vaccinated. Now, is there going to be another mandate that you need to get a booster? You need to go and get that booster.
That's an interesting question. I don't know how you could. I really don't know. I don't know. That one seems. A little more challenging.
Dwight, let's look at it like this. You've already made a mandate. Have you already, so to speak? So what?
Yeah.
What's to stop you, or who is to stop you?
Yeah. And then what will be? Will it be a problem? What's the deal?
Right.
You've made it this far with your shots, and you seem to be fine. Will a booster? What will it do? Is it something to get worked up about?
And that's a very good question. And people are saying that, look, I'm fully vaccinated. What more do you want from me?
No, you need booster shots for almost everything, right? We had a whole show on this a few months back about, you need a tetanus booster every decade. You need Some of the things we had as teenagers or children, we should be getting regular boosters for those. And
but let's look at it. I understand what you're saying, but people may also look at it and say, well, I haven't done that. I haven't gotten my booster for every 10 years or whatever, and I've been fine.
Until you step on a rusty nail, and then you'll see, right? And that's all that this is, protecting you until, when you come into a virulent variant of COVID or something like that. So that's what it is. It's insurance. That's what they are. Insurance for when you do face that. God forbid. All right. So that's all. That's all.
Well, let's see how the uptake is. We may have to do a raffle for that.
I think it's going to be just like what we saw with the initial shots for AstraZeneca, right? The lines, you remember the first few weeks? A lot of people were down there, and so it's going to be like that for this week. And people want to travel and are, just to have that.
But you're not required.
Insurance.
You're not required to have a booster.
No. But just to be on the safe side, there's Omicron and other things out there. And just in case, numbers are going up in some places. Just in case, when I go, when my friends come for the holidays, let me just make sure I'm good. And I think it's going to be a lot of that. I think there will be a good response over the next few weeks. Now, what happens come January? Of course, every few weeks, there'll be more people who will meet the 6-month mark. But I don't know. So how are you feeling about boosters when your 6 months are up?
I don't know. Honestly.
Yeah?
I don't know if I want to be bothered again.
Oh, my. Yeah.
Truthfully, that is where I'm at. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm fully vaccinated. Do I really want to go and get a booster in, 4 months? Mm-hmm. Then about 2 months? I don't know.
Okay, interesting. From early in the year, it seemed like this was going to be the way, and I had already wrapped my mind around it that this is going to be discussed in the way we discussed the flu shot. Likely there'll be an annual thing. Did you get your annual COVID shot? Don't forget.
I also don't get flu shots.
Right.
So there's that.
Yeah. COVID does seem to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood. But I at this point, I don't know. I'm one of those people who has that mindset that, look, man, I already got fully vaccinated. Mm-hmm. Really? Yeah. I got to go back? And in 6 months? You're not even saying a year? I don't know. I'm going to check my calendar. Let me see if I'm available.
Let me tell you what my bigger concern is.
Go on.
Which shot to get as my booster?
Oh, okay.
As a mixer, I don't know what to do. So AstraZeneca and Pfizer... What to do? Follow up with Johnson & Johnson?
What are they offering as the booster? Are they offering
Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson?
I'm going to say, Dwight, not to get Johnson & Johnson. And I'm only saying that because it appears as if there's an efficacy issue, to my mind. Because it's right now we're saying if you are fully vaccinated, if you got AstraZeneca or Pfizer, and 6 months ago, come and get a booster. And the same breath, we're also saying 2 months for Johnson & Johnson. So if you get this booster, how long before the next booster? Another 6 months? Or for Johnson & Johnson, would it be another 2 months? And you're going to spend your life just getting... So I'm thinking, if you're going to do it, go with... What is it, AstraZeneca?
No, they're not offering that.
No, sorry, go with Pfizer.
Mm-hmm.
Go with Pfizer. I don't think you need to go with Johnson & Johnson. Or maybe Johnson & Johnson has a higher efficacy rate when used as a booster. Could be.
We'll see. By the time I still have some time, so we'll see
Right.
what the studies say by that time. But yeah,
I'm sure by then you would have done a show.
maybe.
You've spoken with someone. Someone would be available for us to speak with and ask, does it really make a difference?
No.
Or be able to say to us, only 2 months for Johnson & Johnson.
Continue, folks, call in 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. All right, so that's happening. If you're getting your booster today, let us know how you feel or what you're thinking. Yeah, let's talk about it. All right, so that's going on. I do need someone to explain something to me. I really do. Laverne, maybe you can help me here. The headline in the Tribune today: scrapping visa, a huge mistake. Decision to remove health visa requirement for locals under attack. Do you know who's saying this? Can you guess who's saying this?
I don't know. I'm hoping it's not the former prime minister, but
what? Laverne, that's exactly who the minister is talking again. The no longer leader of the FNM, the former prime minister.
He was very vocal.
Extremely vocal. You hear more than you hear daily talk show hosts now. And what am I missing? Is it December 2021? Or did I go back in time? Maybe it's 2020. What's happening? Why is he everywhere? Why is he in the paper every day? Why is he on the news every night? What's happening?
As the former prime minister, he has insight into these issues, and he wants to be able to share this insight because he knows he's been there, and so he knows why that's a terrible idea to scrap it. And he is being gracious enough to share his thoughts, his views, based on his experience as prime minister with the country at this time, because as prime minister, he was too busy to do it before. But now.
Okay. All right. So, the problem is, and he might be honest, because he's speaking, I want to dismiss it.
Absolutely. You and I, we discussed this. I have a really difficult time. And I'm talking to myself and I'm saying, maybe I should pay attention to what he's saying, because this may be, like you said, you may have some very good points and I should pay attention. But my first inclination is always to mute or change the channel.
This is insane. And I notice, because every other day somebody sends me a clip of myself on Morning Blend, and it's very creepy. So somebody's out there recording the shows and then making memes and making little audio clips.
Are they funny?
What they hear. No, it's just clips from the show. Oh, did you hear this? All right, so if you're recording, record this. Yeah, you ready? Okay. So this is crazy. This is crazy, and we're hearing more from Minnis than we're hearing from Michael in an election. Right? And so supposedly he's the leader of the FNM, but now I really have to wonder. We have massive access to Hubert Minnis, and we've been trying for weeks now to get Michael Pintard on this show, and know that you're not hearing much from him, but you're hearing a lot more from Minnis. So I have to wonder now, who really is the leader of the FNM? What was that all about a few weeks ago? What's going on here?
I believe that Michael Pintard is the leader. He is really the leader. He's
so what is it?
Busy. He's probably busy doing leadership things.
Like
and the former prime minister.
Paperwork in the party? They got
apparently they have a lot of work. Isn't that what they said? They got to unite the party. They got to get on the same page. They got to embrace those who've been disenfranchised. And perhaps Mr. Minnis has a lot of time.
Okay. So that's what's going on. That's why he's the one talking.
What is the old adage? Empty barrels make the most noise.
Okay, now that's, I don't know. I don't know if that one's entirely what's happening here, but okay. Wow. But this is bizarre. Am I the only one who finds it extremely strange that this is not coming from the party? This is not coming from. Is he the shadow minister of health? Because that would be bizarre. Well, what's the issue here? What's going on?
Perhaps he is the shadow minister for the entire country on every issue. I'm sorry. He's the shadow, he's the shadow minister for the government. And he has his views and
wow. All right. Make it make sense, folks. Give us a call. 323-325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. I mean, we really should read the thing.
He has his views, and Dwight media outlets has given him a platform.
Yeah, so is it the media now? Because
the media isn't saying, what did we say? ABC 1, 2, 3. They're not saying that or just rudely walking away. He is talking and media is showing up. So he has a platform.
This sadomasochistic relationship. They just love the punishment. Okay, this man who treated you like dirt.
Dwight, don't say that.
Dirt. But now all of a sudden
with your microphone.
Oh, really? I don't think so. Well, what does your leader say about this? What does he say? Well, where is he? Okay, well, maybe we should read what he's saying because it might be
right. It may make sense. Let me hear it. Let's hear it.
Oh boy, no, I can't do it.
You can do it. It's okay.
All right. Former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis says the Davis administration has made a grave mistake by removing the travel health returning to the country from international travel. He believes the government should reconsider the decision, saying the data gleaned from the travel health visa was an important tool in contact tracing. He also said removing the requirement for returning citizens and residents opens up the possibility for fraudulent COVID-19 tests going undetected. How? He said, quote, the government is making a grave and serious mistake. There is no shame in saying you were wrong. When did he learn that?
Right after the results from the election.
I wonder.
Go on.
I don't know if that's true. Anyway, after all, you're talking about jeopardizing the Bahamian economy as well as lives and people's livelihood. I think he's been invaded. I think this is an alien that's talking through him now. This can't be the same person. I'm sorry. Okay. You sure you want me to read more of this?
Yeah, I want to hear his reasoning for why he believes that it's a grave mistake. So is he saying that it's going to impede contact tracing or, it's going to make it more difficult?
Yeah, something. He goes on to say, quote, this is an important health tool in terms of tracing and quarantine, and removing it is a step up for a disaster and catastrophe. The government is making a grave mistake. He's saying this again. Grave mistake, removing the travel visa requirement with nothing in place, and I advise them to reconsider. Dr. Minnis says he doubts officials in the health and tourism sector are on board with the change. He said, quote, I find it very difficult to believe that the health professionals in tourism will agree to it, knowing the impact it will have on tourism, the economy, and livelihood.
I'm sorry, I don't make the connection.
Yeah, I'm not seeing.
Perhaps you should have him on the show so that he can further clarify. I don't see the great, and I don't claim to be a health professional or in tourism, but I do not see how this is going to impact not having to complete this health visa. How is this going to impact our well-being, our safety, our economy?
The only thing was...
Unless he's saying that because you had to upload your test results from wherever you took them when you traveled, and there were people who would assigned to be, verifying that this is a true place, lab. This is accurate, this is a real lab, this is authentic.
Yeah.
So maybe he's looking at it from that perspective.
That's the only thing I see there, that part there. That during that time when you were waiting for your results, whether they approve They are checking to see if this is a real lab, if this is something. Yeah. So that's the one point. The one point there. He went on to say that it'll leave the borders completely open.
I think that's a stretch there, but of course, sometimes you make statements to be more effective.
Okay. All right.
But I do see it from that. I guess I see it from that angle of, like we were saying, to be able to ensure using fraudulent tests, and they have not been tested.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the airlines aren't going to.
Yeah. So again, and someone needs to rein him in, whether it's the new leader, Michael Pintard, or the current chairman, or the soon-to-be chairman. I don't know. Somebody talk to him. Some of these things, unless you're talking about some specific thing in the past that only you can answer for, perhaps you shouldn't talk. If you want to, send us a statement. We'll vet it, and then we'll release it as the FNM says. Right? The FNM believes, not you.
But he isn't their spokesperson, so.
But that's fine. But send it to them. Say, hey, I think you should release this, and then they say, okay, yeah, well, okay, we agree, and we'll post this, but not you. Ah, boy. Okay. Maybe you all see it differently. Let's see what you're saying on the text line, and you can continue to text us, tweet us, Facebook us, call in. Someone says here, it's been reported that individuals vaccinated with Pfizer will receive a better immune response with a J&J booster. Okay. I guess that would, they said that about the other way around too, right? So, yeah, you just got to check it out. Check it out. Do some research on it. And J&J is similar technology to AstraZeneca, which for some reason is not available here any longer. But so if it had been AstraZeneca, it might have been okay as well. But they are similar technology, AstraZeneca and J&J.
And you have AstraZeneca and you got AstraZeneca and Pfizer, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then get J&J, Dwight. Now that I think about it. So then you can say you have all three.
Okay. Because this is your greatest.
That's my scientific.
Your greatest flea market, Dwight. Just everything you want under one roof. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. This one says here, Dwight, your COVID jab will be biannual. Like you said, COVID seems different. It is. Wake up. It's going to be like that. Are you ready? Yeah. I wrap my mind around the
Dwight
thought.
is absolutely ready.
You do it on your birthday, and you do it 6 months after your birthday. I bet you we're going to be there soon.
That's a lot. I already feel pressured.
Well, I've been saying for years, I want to start celebrating half birthdays, party and everything.
I don't have a problem with that.
So you see, at your birthday party and your half birthday party, before you take your glass of champagne, you have your COVID vaccination.
I don't know if that's going to tie into my plan.
Although you shouldn't have it with alcohol, apparently. No, don't do that. Anyway, this one says, I took my booster shot on Friday. They gave me the flu shot, which I got. They also gave me the flu shot, which I got. I'm fully vaccinated. I'm 63. All went well. Okay, flu shot.
Wonderful.
Booster shot. Wow, good for you. And they got the Pfizer booster. Wonderful. This one says here, the Miss Bahamas results should not be surprising. She's very beautiful, intelligent, and has a fabulous story. She has all the criteria of a Miss Universe winner. It tells us if we understand the criteria, support the best we can be contenders in everything. What we are not used to is highlighting and promoting our best. We show the people who in the political class that we like. We highlight the physical and the material. They could be... Yeah. That's what we do. This person says here, global data has shown us that only 5% of people everywhere are susceptible to severe COVID symptoms. Like we do with the flu shot, we should be identifying what vulnerable means and encouraging those people to get a booster, not these vague descriptor specifics. The data clearly tells us even for the most dangerous variant, only 5% or less of us are at risk. If the data changes, we can adjust. Some people were thinking they weren't, and COVID really hit them very hard, or people didn't know. So that sounds all well and good, but there were some people who were quite surprised at what COVID did to them, and some of those people didn't make it either, right? So, but it's what you're saying is not incorrect, but let's take these calls real quickly, and then we got to take a break. Good morning, caller, you're on the air.
Hi, good morning, Dwight. How are you?
Doing well. Good morning.
Good morning, Laverne as well.
Morning.
I'm calling with reference to the travel visa.
Mm-hmm.
How could the border be threatened when the exemption only applies for citizens and residents of the Bahamas?
Well, he's saying that the travel visa helped to vet the authenticity of the lab, I guess, and then that is going to. You just have to come and show your negative results now, but who's
the
going
airlines
to
still have to comply.
Well, are they really going to check and see that D&D pharmacy exists or that it is a real testing site?
Well, if that's the case, then, I mean, it'll only be the citizens doing it because, I mean, the visitors definitely have to upload the travel visa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, you could always catch up with your citizens.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe.
Yeah, I
Maybe,
mean, you could always
but
catch up
after
with them
they
and,
have-
I mean, can actually penalize them, whether it's through the court or whatever.
Sure, but after how many people came down with that special variant they moved into the country with, so you
Yeah,
can
but
catch
my
them,
major concern is the visitors. I'm happy that the visitors still have to apply for it because at least you'll be able to have a good view of who's actually coming in and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yep. Okay, bye.
All right. Continue to call 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. This person says here, I know you don't like to read these texts, but the PHA really needs to release the data on how many people have been hospitalized due to second infection. I don't know what you're talking about. You've sent this text about every other day, and I read it almost every time you do. I agree with you. I'd like to know that. It's more than the PHA, but we need to know those things. It's great. It would be very helpful to know that. Absolutely. This person says here, being played by the PHA talking about one and done was misinformation. Well, you could be one and done, but if you want a booster, it's available. Right? The booster. Added insurance.
It's like extra coverage.
Right. There you go. Right? When you buy, what's that? Extended warranty type thing. This person says here, the visa process is a badly designed system because it captures data that is already available at the airlines. And another one here, the travel visa not needed once you show your negative COVID test. There's no longer a fee for the visa, so Bahamians, so it is only clogging up the network for tourists trying to get approvals. I almost got left last week awaiting an approval and had my test result in hand. The airline agreed that it didn't make sense for Bahamians to still be approved when the approval was predicted in a negative test. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The texts are flying in. I can't keep up. We're going to get back to those in just a break. Let's take that back with more. This is Morning Blend on a Monday morning. Christmas, is it really next week?
Yes.
Next week, Saturday? But anyway, okay. Stay with us. We're going to be back in just a bit.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley.
Those deadly tornadoes that ripped through several states on Friday night killed dozens of people. How many exactly, we still don't know. Kentucky got the worst of it, but we're now learning that the number of people who died at a candle factory there is not as high as initially feared. The AP's Julie Walker.
The factory owner says many of the workers are now accounted for. Tamara Yakini is one of them.
The whole building was just gone in shambles. People trying to climb out, people who are crushed.
The search continues there and elsewhere where tornadoes leveled entire communities like Governor Andy Beshear's father's.
Everything you see, everything, right, left, forward, backwards, is gone.
The tornadoes, the longest suspected to be over 200 miles, leveled an Amazon warehouse in Illinois, destroyed a nursing home in Arkansas, and did damage in Missouri, Mississippi, and Tennessee. I'm Julie Walker.
Kentucky's governor now says he thinks the number of dead in his state will reach at least 50. He says Americans have been donating to a relief fund to help survivors.
Every single penny of which is going to come to help our families here. The first set of expenses, grants that we're going to be rolling out are for funeral assistance.
At least 14 people are dead in 4 other states hit by tornadoes: Illinois, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Missouri. The West Coast is bracing for a big storm expected to hit today. Feet of snow expected to fall on California's highest peaks, while heavy rain will drench other parts of California. We're learning that President Biden will sign an executive order aimed at saving you time and frustration when you're doing things like renewing passports or security. Britain preparing for what Prime Minister Boris Johnson calls a tidal wave driven by the Omicron variant of the coronavirus. This is AP News. Now to France and fake COVID passes. Here's the AP's Charles de Ledesma.
France has opened a large number of probes into networks providing fake COVID-19 health passes as virus-related hospitalizations rise sharply across the country. France's Interior Minister has told RTL Radio authorities have identified several thousand fake COVID-19 health passes in use around the country. He says some 400 investigations have been opened into the peddling of the fake passes, including some connected to health professionals. The case of a woman with the virus who died in a Paris regional hospital after showing a false vaccine certificate has drawn attention in French media in recent days. The hospital's intensive care chief has said they would have given the woman immediate antibody treatment. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
And I'm Rita Foley. AP News.
33 the time. Time for your first look at traffic for this morning, brought to you by RBC Royal Bank. In your real-time traffic, we are seeing that traffic building on Milo Butler Highway. In fact, it's busy north of Fire Trail, and the closer you get to Tawny Williams Darling Highway, you're going to see that heavy traffic in front of you in the northbound lanes there. Gladstone looking a lot better for you at this moment. But as you get closer to JFK Drive, you'll see that in the northbound lane. JFK Drive is actually seeing some heavy traffic on the way to the roundabout with Gladstone Road in the westbound lanes there between the two roundabouts. The Prospect Ridge, Tawny Williams Darling Highway roundabout there. So keep that in mind if you are heading west on JFK Drive. Elsewhere, we're seeing traffic building on Carmichael eastbound to Blue Hill Road, and on Blue Hill Road north of Soldier Road, the northbound lanes there to the roundabout with Independence Drive. And further east, just not looking so bad, but at the major intersections, you'll be seeing some traffic in front of you. That's what we're looking at. That's your real-time traffic in your morning blend traffic alert, brought to you by RBC Royal Bank, banking reimagined. Time for another check of your weather for today, brought to you by John Bull. We've got a ridge of high pressure across the Bahamas. It'll gradually shift eastwards today as a weak frontal boundary across central Florida will stall just north of the islands through this evening. Beachgoers in the central and southeastern islands should exercise caution due to the risk of rip currents along east coast beaches. For the northwest, with a few quick passing showers possible, turning fair and breezy tonight with a passing shower or two possible. Small craft caution will come into effect this evening. For the central and southeast Bahamas today, variably cloudy, warm, and breezy with quick passing showers. becoming breezy and mild tonight with a stray shower or two possible. Small craft operators should exercise caution. High temperatures getting up to around 84 Fahrenheit, 29 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 68 Fahrenheit, 20 Celsius. In your extended outlook, that frontal boundary will dissipate across the northern Bahamas with strong high pressure building behind it, and the front leading to freshening of winds across the islands through much of the week. So for tomorrow, Tuesday, partly sunny and breezy to windy, with a few quick passing showers, turning breezy to windy at night. Small craft will be asked to exercise caution, expecting more windy conditions by midweek, partly sunny and breezy to windy, with a few quick passing showers, breezy to windy conditions continuing into the night. Small craft in the northwest Bahamas will be asked to exercise caution, and an advisory will be in effect for the central and southeastern islands. That's your morning blend weather. It's the season to give, receive, and believe. Believe in the joy of John Bull. Shop holiday selections for the opportunity to be gifted one of 24 $500 gift cards. Give joy this Christmas, the joy of John Bull.
With BTC Business's new smart solutions powered by super-fast, reliable broadband, you'll feel like there are more versions of you working for you. From website design, development, and digital marketing to promote your business, 24/7 business class support to cloud solutions, security, and more. Multiply your growth today.
Technology makes every day in life just a little bit easier. Whether it's for joy, productivity, or creativity, Custom Computers has all the latest gadgets to conquer any obstacle. Imagine automating mundane tasks with tech and living a freer, richer life, staying on top of your goals. The path to freedom could fit in the palm of your hand. Discover tomorrow's technology today at Custom Computers on Patton Street, Cable Beach, and Caves Village through the Blake Road entrance.
Unlock the value of your home with an RBC home equity loan and do more for the holidays, like home improvements, investments, and build back your savings. When you switch your mortgage to RBC, experience the difference with no management fees, cash back on closing costs, and guidance from our mobile mortgage finance specialists. Learn more at rbc.com/Caribbean/equity loan and experience holiday joy with RBC. Offer extended to December 31st. Conditions apply.
Food security is a challenge for many. Now in a pandemic, many more are unsure of their next meal. Through their Feed 5,000 program and a $20,000 donation, AML is working to ensure that everyone has a meal for the holidays, and they're inviting you to help. Now until December 17th, visit Strike Fresh Market or Domino's in Nassau or Freeport and Exuma Markets in Georgetown to donate and help feed a family in need this Christmas. No amount is too small. Remember, we're all in this together.
While it's encouraging that the national COVID-19 vaccine rollout is going successfully, it's not the only precaution to reduce the spread of the virus in our communities. It's important to continue practicing safety protocols because it is our social responsibility to protect ourselves and to protect others.
Wash your hands for a friend with a weaker immune system.
Only read and share information from trusted sources to avoid unnecessary panic.
I'm gonna need y'all to avoid these large crowds. You could have loved ones at home who have underlying health conditions. Do it.
Practicing safety protocols is an act of love.
The life you save may just be yours as well as your neighbor.
We will win.
We will win.
This message is brought to you by the PAHO WHO Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Country Office, the Ministry of Health, and the Healthy Bahamas Coalition.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all. With those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when it's the happiest season of all.
Back here with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Laverne Gardner filling in for Pam Musgrove on this Monday morning. Just, my goodness, not even 2 weeks to go before Christmas officially. But how many days is it? That's scary. That's always scary when they do that. Only 10 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days.
12 days.
12
right.
days.
12 days. 12 days.
Well, you know. What do you do? Do you do the 12 days before or the 12 days after? You know, it's really supposed to be after 12 days. But anyway, it's 12 days to go. So if you wanted to be one of those people who gives a gift every day, 12. And today's day 1.
Are you sending my gift? Are you saying you're one of those people?
No, I'm
you
not.
are sending my gift?
Definitely not one of those people. But I'm open to being one of the, to receive the gifts.
You want to be a recipient? Okay.
Yes, of the 12 gifts leading up to the 25th. So I'm open to that. Okay. More of your text messages. We were talking about a lot of different things this morning. We were talking about Miss Bahamas and getting into the top 10 at Miss Universe last night. Great stuff. That was in Israel. That was live, Laverne. That was live. Why did they do that to those people over there? That was what, 2 a.m. their time or something like that?
Yes, but they didn't seem to have an issue. People were there.
Just to appease the East Coast audience in the U.S.? Okay. 2 a.m.? Great. Beautiful. I'm happy they were there and had a good time. That's crazy stuff. Anyway, wonderful stuff for Chantel O'Brien. Happy for her. We're also talking about the booster shots available now for anyone 18 and over, as long as it's been 6 months since your last dose of AstraZeneca, or 2 months since your Johnson & Johnson dose. And then we're also talking about former Prime Minister Minnis, who's talking more than ever before to his new best friends, the media. And see, people can change, if you ever had any doubt. He's concerned about the travel visa being lifted for Bahamians. He says they need that back on them. And yeah. So this tweet here, someone says, Minnis got a lot of Trump vibes in him, talking plenty after a loss. Mm-hmm. And then on Facebook, someone says here, morning, Dwight, since Dr. Minnis has found his voice with the media, whom he despised, invite him on your show so we can put some questions to him. That would be interesting. We haven't had him on since he was leader of the official opposition. And
Maybe that's a good decision, Dwight.
Since he appears to still be the leader of the opposition once again, maybe we will. Maybe we will.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, and pick any day except Thursday.
Oh boy. Okay. Here's a text. Now I'm really convinced that y'all are trying to kill me with these shots. I don't need an acupuncturist. That's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a bit much. This person here, Bahamians coming back will be most likely vaccinated, correct? Because they would have needed to be vaccinated to go to the U.S. at most counties. Do they mean counties or countries? What's your point? What's your question? Would you need to take a test? What? Oh, okay. So you can still get COVID.
Right, even if you're vaccinated.
Right. So they don't want anyone who's bringing in an active COVID into the country. A special new variant, we don't want that. So that's not enough. It's not enough. You can only get your exemption if you come through the airport. Why is that? Why can't you get your exemption through the seaports? Can you find out for that, please? and not just the seaports have been saying this for years. The people who are bringing in things, ordering things and bringing them in should be entitled to an exemption of some sort. No? What? What was that? You don't think? Okay. Wow. Here's another text about this thought of road. Oh no, we can't go there today. So really? Okay. Anyway, about this thought of a road toll or new tax for road maintenance. I thought that's what the monies collected for vehicle registration were for. At least that's what we were told some years ago. And the fees are raised. The government needs to start using the taxes collected for what they are for: roads, sidewalks, traffic signals, and signs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
I think by now, the public realizes that money does not always go where it's supposed to go. And that's the best way to put it.
And they have to pay the staff as well, perhaps. Yeah. Okay. This one says here, hi, Dwight. You're right. The former Prime Minister, where do you get all this talk and mouth from now? When he was most honorable and competent authority, he did not live up to that. That's all hypocrisy. Not good PR or image for the FNM. They need to address this ASAP. Mm-hmm. This person says here, former Prime Minister is trying to irritate his present party by speaking out, and before the party can tell him to be quiet, and when he will not, he will be expelled from the party and or become an independent in Killarney, since he does not want to resign that seat anytime soon. Remember, he was the all-knowing, competent authority. It's very strange. Very strange. Someone needs to say something. I don't know. This is odd. This person says that the FNM keeps making the same mistake. I told y'all, don't mind Dr. Menace's crocodile tears. Every time he does a come to Jesus speech, he comes back with a vengeance. The FNM should have had a convention in 2017, 2019, and 2021. Any of those would have removed Menace. They should have forced him to resign on September 16th. This man has no intention of giving up leadership. Council and Pintar remove him and his chief advisor of disaster in the Senate now. Who's that?
Wow.
Who's that one?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, something is going on.
Well, there you have it.
Something is going on. Again, where the leader needs to speak. The leader needs to speak and advise this person to send you all what he wants to say and issue that as the FNM is saying. Although I suspect he'll be issuing these things 3 times a day. And that is also reason to be concerned. Well, obviously, the Prime Minister of the Bahamas is one of the busiest people in the world, because once you are no longer the Prime Minister, you really do.
You have
time,
all the time world.
It is something else.
To speak on everything that is going on in the country. And, maybe it's his attempt to remain relevant. And like I said, we've given him a platform because it's not like he's sitting there and no one's showing up.
Yeah.
When he makes these statements, there are people who are there. And this is his way also, I think, of trying to defend any decisions that he's made.
Well, we know that a lot of people in this country like bad treatment. A lot of people like it. And so the media clearly in that category.
Well, Dwight, can you really, as a media person, if he's releasing these statements, you're going to cover it. You can't take on that attitude to say, oh, he was mean to us, so we're not covering anything.
You sure?
No, I'm sure, Dwight. You know, you shouldn't do that.
I would say, well, what does your leader say about this? What does your leader say about this? What is he there for? What is?
He'll probably then say, I am my leader. I am my own leader. He's doing his best to defend whatever decision he has made he made in the past, because he realized that one by one, it's all being rolled back or changed or what's to defend the logic behind it.
I see.
You know, me personally, I would take a sabbatical, especially after I suffered such a crushing defeat at the polls.
After you caused it. You caused it. But anyway.
But I'm also very mindful of what he said shortly after the Free National Movement was decimated. He said he didn't have any regrets and they did the best job that they could do. And so there you have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
You do.
Hi, good morning.
A pleasant good morning, Dwight. How you doing?
Doing well.
Marky and for your guests. First of all, I pray for the day that I don't hear y'all mention Mr. Minnis' name no more on the radio. I think the media is keeping going, you know, because ain't nobody else want to listen to him. But anyway, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Miss Bahamas on her gallant event last evening. I think she had the Bahamians by storm. I think everybody switched from football to watch Miss Bahamas last night. But another thing, Dwight, you know, I'd like to say to our beautiful Bahamian women, it looks so nice for Miss Bahamas to finally be on stage without a bunch of hair imported from her nice, beautiful, natural Bahamian hair. You know, I said that you could go a long way with your own self rather than import something from somebody else and look like yourself. It's so nice to be black and beautiful. Have a good morning.
Okay. All right, Sparty. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, okay. Let's read a couple more messages as we take another break. And this one says here, I'm against the jab, but stand for truth and accuracy. The ad said one jab and you're done. For now, it was not deceptive, but kind of made it seem like one and done. Well, like I said, this is optional. You don't have to. It's just everybody's being advised to get a booster. You could be done. You really could. But as
is it really optional though, Dwight? Because I'm going back to when we first talked about having to get the vax. It was like it's optional, you know, it's up to you, it's your decision. But you quickly not to, you became more and more marginalized in so many different ways. So is the booster then going to become just like that? Oh, it's optional, you know, it's up to you if this is what you want to do. But it really isn't up to you, because for some people, employers are demanding it. You can't travel certain places unless you've been vaccinated. So there are all these different things that you cannot do as an unvaccinated person, even though we say, oh, it's optional, it's up to you. So is the booster going to become like that? Where you know, it's like, did you get your booster? Because it's been a year, and by now you should have gotten your booster. So only those people who are fully vaccinated and receive their booster can participate, can enter, can whatever.
Wow. I'm not saying this text here as we go to the break. I wonder if the Davis administration will listen to the former PM Minnis this time again, like they did with the carnival situation. What now? They better don't stop before they get what the last administration got.
Pardon?
What? Huh?
Read that again.
Will they listen to the former PM Minnis this time again with the carnival situation? They better don't stop before they get what the last administration got. But okay. We'll process it. I don't know. During this break, this is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store is the most exciting store this Christmas, where there's a wonderland of bargains waiting for you. In Carrie's Toyland, you can find the hottest toys. Carrie's has a huge selection of beautiful fabrics, perfect for special occasions. We offer special discounts for weddings, funerals, and groups. At Carrie's, find a lovely selection of Christmas decorations, all for 50% off. Find simplicity and new look patterns for sewing. That's Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store on Mackey Street. Phone them at 393-0758.
Do you worry that you or your loved ones may get COVID-19? Getting a COVID-19 vaccine can lower your risk of severe illness or death from COVID-19. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine is available, and you only need one shot. One and done and fully vaccinated for now. Talk to a healthcare professional about your concerns and about getting vaccinated. To be safe, continue to wash your hands, wear your face mask, practice physical distancing, and get vaccinated.
This message has been brought to you by the Ministry of Health and this radio station.
What does Christmas mean to you? What about the joy and satisfaction you get in starting the home projects you've wanted to do all year? CIBC First Caribbean helps you make your Christmas wishes come true with easy and flexible financing on personal loans. Apply online and smile all the way this holiday season. Visit CIBCFCIB.com for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
It's a different kind of Christmas, but everything is here. Yes, everything is here at Shop Smart Department Stores. 2 locations just for you. One on Mackey Street next to RBC and in the Prince Charles Shopping Plaza. Come on down. Everything is here. At Shop Smart. At Shop Smart. At Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring.
We are back here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan with Laverne Gardner. We got a lot more in the news to talk about, including Ragged Island, what the Deputy Prime Minister had to say about Green Island, the Green Island plan. Some interesting comments he made about the Minister administration's plan, saying there was no real blueprint. This was just talk for likes on social media. What now? We're going to get to that in a bit. And we're going to talk about the DNA and Arinthia Komalafi stepping down as the leader. Should this be the end of the DNA? I'm going to get your views on that coming up in our 8 o'clock hour. And then we'll have another drawing of the Bombs COVID vaccination raffle as well. All right, so this, one of our listeners sending me this. This is, oh boy. All right, so, yeah. If you still need a booster after being fully vaccinated and still need to get tested after being fully vaccinated and still need to wear a mask after being fully vaccinated and still get hospitalized after being fully vaccinated, it's probably time to admit that you've been bombed. No. That just shows you how dangerous this thing is, right? That's all that it shows. So you have to be very vigilant. You have to be careful. We all have to be very cautious about what we're dealing with. Remember that as Christmas is. How many days, Laverne? Just 12
days away. Christmas is 12 days away.
My goodness. All right, this person says here, there's a text. Instead of criticizing what the government did on COVID, the opposition, menace, should give sensible suggestions to help the efforts. The canceling of the travel health visa for citizens and residents should be replaced with a listing of confirmed labs that do the COVID testing. It's not a competition. It's about the lives of Bahamians. Well, okay, that sounds good. And I was thinking that earlier, but then, I mean, that's really, and for every city that you go to, you're going to have to, we'll have to issue a list of confirmed labs for every place on the entire place everywhere. Trust me, you go to a remote place and suddenly you hear a Bahamian accent. That's a lot. We'll be back after the news, so stay with us.
Charlene Ferguson, thanks for tuning in.
Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart. Also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC 4224796. And now at 8:21, time for another check of your weather for today, brought to you by Bahamas First Insurance. We've got high pressure across the Bahamas that will gradually shift eastwards today as a weak frontal boundary across central Florida right now is going to stall just north of the Bahamas through this evening. For the northwest Bahamas, your forecast calls for partly sunny, warm, and breezy conditions with a few quick passing showers possible today, turning fair and breezy tonight with a passing shower or two possible. A small craft caution will come into effect by this evening. For the central and southeast Bahamas, variably cloudy, warm, and breezy today, with quick passing showers possible, becoming breezy and mild tonight with a stray shower or two possible. High temperatures getting up to around 84 Fahrenheit, 29 Celsius. Overnight lows getting down to 68 Fahrenheit, 20 Celsius. We said breezy a lot just now, and that's going to be what you're going to notice a lot this week. It's going to be breezy to windy as that frontal boundary will have pressure building in behind the front, leading to fresh winds across the islands for much of the week. So for tomorrow, Tuesday, partly sunny and breezy to windy, with a few quick passing showers possible, breezy to windy conditions at night. Wednesday, pretty much the same, partly sunny and breezy to windy with a few quick passing showers, turning breezy to windy at night. That's your Morning Blend weather check. Brought to you by Bahamas First Insurance. What's first for you comes first for us. Traffic for this morning in day 23, brought to you by RBC Royal Bank. In your real-time traffic this morning, we are seeing in a number of spots this morning. Milo Butler Highway, the northbound lanes there as usual, and a little bit of that is back to belong Tony Williams-Darling Highway. Glaston Road looking a little bit better for you as an alternate route this morning, the northbound lane there to JFK Drive. For JFK Drive, traffic is backed up between the roundabout with Glaston Road and the roundabout with Prospect Ridge and Toddy Williams-Darling Highway in the westbound lane. Building traffic on Carmichael westbound to Coral Harbor Road and especially eastbound, just east of Fire Trail as you head toward Blue Hill Road. Blue Hill Road seeing some heavy traffic as usual, just north of Soldier Road as you approach Independence Drive in the roundabout there. Then there's Eastern Road, just east of Fox Hill Road. You notice that in the westbound lane, heading up to about Johnson Road or so. And then pockets along Prince Charles Drive, the major intersections there, and along Bernard Road near the schools there, and Marathon Road northbound. Those are your hot spots right now, along with some pockets along West Bay Street, especially West Bay near Saunders Beach, and the roundabout with New Providence Highway. It's real-time traffic and your Morning Blend Traffic Alert, brought to you by RBC Royal Bank, banking reimagined.
Melted cheese sauce with mushroom drips from the sides. Boy, I just can't.
What are you talking about?
The bacon mushroom melt from Wendy's.
For real?
Yes, if you're gonna melt, then melt with this. Try the layers of cheese and smoky mushrooms that makes this burger more craveable than any other. Upgrade your Wendy's combo to a large up until December 17th and scratch and win over $45,000 in cash and prizes. For a limited time only. Wendy's, different inside and out.
You can win. You can win. Everybody can win with Esso Esso this Christmas. Win with Esso every week in the Fill Up and Win this Christmas promotion. Simply spend $25 or more in fuel, write your name, email, and telephone number on the back of your receipt, and drop it in the entry box provided for your chance to win loads of weekly prizes. Promotion ends December 22nd, 2021. Terms and conditions apply. mileage.com/fill-up-and-win for more details. The Esso brand is a trademark of ExxonMobil Corporation and is used under license.
Open up this at the time of the year. BTC spreading Christmas cheer. To everybody whether far or near.
Move to the rhythm of Christmas round here. Enjoy huge smartphone savings plus a Christmas gift when you sign up or make a purchase. Connect and share the magic this Christmas with BTC.
Christmas make it BTC. It's the better choice for you and me. Move to the rhythm of Christmas. Move to the rhythm of BTC.
Conditions apply.
To win a relay, each team member must do his or her part in the race. If one member drops the baton, it impacts all of us. Across all ages, genders, abilities, nationalities, cultures, or religions, we are all on the same team. And we all have a role to play in getting to the finish line to win the race against COVID-19. Don't drop the baton on safety. Wear your mask over your mouth and nose. Others, do not touch your face, and wash or sanitize your hands often. Together, we will win. This message is brought to you by the PAHO WHO Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Country Office, the Ministry of Health, and the Healthy Bahamas Coalition.
It's a different kind of Christmas, but everything is here. Yes, everything is here at Shop Smart Department Stores. 2 locations just for you. One on Mackey Street next to RBC, and in the Prince Charles Shopping Plaza. Come on down. Everything is here. At Shop Smart. At Shop Smart. At Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
For 38 years, Strachan Commercial Pest Services has provided trained certified technicians while using environmentally safe industry standard products. Pests can devastate your business. Together, we will ensure adequate sanitation standards and safe pest exclusion methods. Uncontrolled pest problems lead to significant financial loss due to food contamination, business disruption, and stock waste. Strachan provides detailed solutions protecting your business and #1 in pest control services.
RBC can help you wrap up the year with holiday joy with an affordable auto financing package. Take advantage of up to 100% financing, competitive interest rates, extended repayment terms, backed by our mobile auto RBC sales experts who will meet with you safely at your convenience. Find out more at rbc.com/Caribbean/autoloan and experience holiday joy with RBC. Offer extended to December 31st. Conditions apply.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Próspero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
With Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Laverne Gardner on this Monday morning. And we've got a lot to talk about in the news. We've been talking about a lot of things before, but there's more. We'll get to the DNA in just a bit. But Chester Cooper, the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, and also the Member of Parliament for Exuma and Ragged Island. On Ragged Island last week, pledging the Davis administration's commitment to restoring Ragged Island, therefore the opening of the new terminal, the Ragged Island Airport Terminal in Duncantown, and taking a swipe at the Minutes administration for what he called fanciful talk about becoming a green island. Listen to this report from our Kyle Joaquin, and then we'll discuss. Take a listen to this.
The Deputy Prime Minister expressing hope that construction of the school on Ragged Island wraps up in time for students to return to the classroom next.
I really would like to see the school open next September. There is still a considerable amount of work left to be done. There is a very complicated construction going on here. If you look at the terrain, there are a lot of hills and valleys. Most of these buildings are being built on hills, and if you look at them closely, a lot of them would have basements. Many of them would be built on slopes. It's technical, complicated construction, and I'm no engineering buff, but I know a complicated construction site when I see one. The reality, though, is that the people of Ragged Island have waited long enough. We hope to have school going in the new school building for September.
Cooper toured the construction site today during a visit to the island. The school was one of several government facilities flattened in 2017 by Hurricane Irma, which also destroyed the government clinic. That building is currently under construction, and the Ragged Island MP says the island will finally get a nurse next month. The Minister administration promised to rebuild Ragged Island and make it a green city. However, Cooper called it all fanciful talk.
There's never been a plan for a green island. The former Prime Minister made a fanciful speech to get done, but there's never really been a plan. The solar array has just came into operation. It's finally been connected to the grid. There's no real tangible benefit yet to the people of Ragged Island. I hope that we will be able to at least see some reduction in the rates that people of Ragged Island enjoy, since we are really using their solar array. The reality of it, though, is that, we have to develop a master plan for Ragged Island.
Okay. This is disturbing, and but not surprising. And we are very concerned that the same can be said for Abaco, that there is no real master plan. We've talked about it, but who's seen it? People say, "Oh yeah, we got to." No, we never see it, and there really wasn't. But heard him on 60 Minutes. We heard Minutes on 60 Minutes talking about it, and it sounded all well and good. That was the most we heard about it from him, because he didn't talk to us about it. You remember? Back when he didn't
absolutely
like the media.
remember. And not only was that all that we heard about it, I believe that's all that there was really done. As the Deputy Prime Minister said, there's no real plan. I think it was an attempt to, I'm not going to say get likes on social media, but I will say, you throw things out there and see what sticks. It sounded good. Okay, you heard it's going to be a green island. Okay, what is this? What is this going to involve? And it never went beyond that interview in any tangible way. The residents, the people who live on Ragged Island, the people who didn't want to leave Ragged Island, that they could, take advantage of. And
it's
is
insane.
It's horrible, is what it is, because you felt as if, and I'm not from Ragged Island, right? I don't have family in Ragged Island, but this is how I felt. I felt as if after the hurricane, Ragged Island was just on the back burner, put out to pasture, so to speak. Everybody just moved on.
Yeah. And this was a good idea, the Green Island, and this was going to be a master plan for the world, according to the 60 Minutes story, right? This was going to show the world the way things can be done, but we can't dismiss it entirely, but we do need the plan. We do need the plan, and again, we need that
But
from
Dwight,
Marsh
there
Harbor.
was no plan. I don't believe that there was a plan other than there was a plan to put that in the speech. To put that in the interview. I think that's as far as the plan went.
Yeah.
And if I'm mistaken, I'm sure that Mr. Minnis will go ahead and have a press conference about that later today.
Maybe in an hour.
Maybe in an hour. But I don't believe that there was really any concrete plan or any effort to come up with a plan. I heard nothing about consultants. You know, we're big on consultants. And the minute you don't hear about consultants coming in, you know, nothing's going to happen.
Well, should we be surprised it's not even a plan for New Providence? But okay. But let's, folks, how did this, why? I know we keep saying we wanted to hear this, and we had a number of people on from Ragged Island who were telling us that nothing was happening, nothing was being done. Of course, BPL a few months back, that was a lot with their solar installation there, but that was it. That was it. Slow building here, there. Residents doing their own thing. Yeah, right before the election. Residents were doing mainly their own thing. And just the story alone, and I just, it was like my head was scratching because I'm thinking, well, here we go again with the new administration taking credit for something that was started under the, nope. This new airport terminal work began only 8 weeks ago. 8 weeks ago, and they finished it.
I don't believe that there was anything there for the new government to take credit for.
Clearly not. Clearly not.
Nothing there for them to take credit for. And it is only now that there is some movement for Bahamians. And at the end of the day, that's what it is. We have Bahamians who lived on an island that was devastated by a hurricane, and they did not receive any real assistance.
Yeah. Say about this. This makes me angry, actually, and I'm saying we this is why I keep saying we can't wait for the politicians. We need to do it. We need to come up with it. Like, hey, obviously you don't have any ideas, but this is what we're thinking. As we rebuild this town, it should be like this, and we suggest this, that, and that here. Take a look at this. I know that will get you frustrated. I know it will, but at least somebody will have a plan. And maybe somebody will pay attention and say, this is not a bad idea. We will take it to whomever and see what we can do. But don't wait, because it'll be 10 years and we'll be talking about the same thing over and over again, as we have seen time and time again, right? 323-6232, 325-4316. 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. This tweet here, the question too, is he, Cooper, as the MP, where are his plans for the island? He is the MP, shouldn't wait on the former Prime Minister, and so what is his vision? Well, yeah, that's a good question. What does he have planned? What am I looking at here? This is, got a call? Yep, let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight and Laverne. How are you today?
Doing well. Good morning.
Okay, thanks. Do you remember before the idea of the Green Island came about, they wanted to take Ragged Island and make it a full naval base between the U.S. and the Bahamas? Do you remember that? That's before the idea of the Green Island came about.
Since Irma?
Yes, sir. My family is from Ragged Island. Okay, the Wallace, Lockhart, the Pintards, the Wilsons, and Maycock, Monroes, all those are my family.
I mean, who's the they that wanted to do this?
The government in the U.S. Okay, they had discussions about it. And you remember when they told the Ragged Island that the island is uninhabitable?
Yes, we'll never forget that.
Yes, I remember that.
After a couple of months, they found out their way back to Ragged Island because they keep pleading and begging to the government to help clean up the island, but the government didn't do anything at all. They had to go there and start to do it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But the Green Island plant, let me see if you guys remember, is the solar plant that is erected in Ragged Island completely...
Yes.
It is? You sure?
Well, it can be. Yeah.
I would like you to make another check to be certain on that. You could come back.
Well, the houses can connect to it, so we're told.
Pardon me?
Yeah, we were told the houses can connect to it. It was ready to go.
That's not that's not what I'm being told. But I'm saying to you, just make the requisite checks to make sure, and then we all will be on the same page.
Well, what are they saying to you? What else needs to be done?
They're not able to get the sufficient energy that was promised to them. Okay. That's what they're saying to me. But like I say, I for you to make a check, so we all can be on the same page.
Okay.
I just don't want to throw out something without you making a check.
All right, we'll check into it. Yeah, it was a very splashy thing a few weeks ago, but okay, we'll check into it. That sounds good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Wow. Well, That's always something else. Continue to call in, give us your views on this. Let's get to the text line about it. This person says here, why is it that whenever anyone, they never mention all the work that was done? Example, the new RO plant, a solar plant in a huge complex that is almost completed. These things are never mentioned or shown. Well, they're not finished yet, right? That's the thing. And still much more to do. Well, as Chester Cooper is saying, where's the overall plan? The overall plan. But yep, that work was being done. But in 8 weeks, they could get the terminal completed. This one says here, I lost all respect for Chester Cooper. This man stood at the podium and said nothing was done for Ragged Island under the former administration, which is a lie. All the infrastructure work was done by the former government. Speak the truth. Okay. Well, another one here. I think when the former prime minister is giving these statements to the media should ask him about all of his failed promises. Yes, indeed. Answer. Or try to spin it. But yes, I agree. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Hi, good morning, sir.
Hi.
It's just typical of how the government of the Bahamas been operating from their inception, you know. Now down in Ragged Island, yeah, they make the promise to do it and turn it into a green island, and that never happened. But isn't it amazing how it is now that this, less than 4 months into their governance, they find funds to build an entire airport or to at least start one and get the school and all this stuff running. And coincidentally, this happened to be part of the Deputy PM portfolio, whereas we in New Providence here are still battling, still trying to get paid down at the COVID contact tracing unit on Meeting Street. Still not paid, but they could find funds to push in every nook and cranny around the islands of the Bahamas, and people then put in 4 months' worth of wages in.
Well, I mean, it's different stuff, but okay.
But if they find
I hope
funds to do all of these capital works, you don't think the first thing on the agenda should be pay all those that are owed funds that they already work for, and then we turn the page on to the next project instead of hiring new and beginning a whole new situation when you have people hanging in the balance with creditors calling every day, bills and food and everything else is due. And now, in the next couple of weeks, it'll be a Christmas holiday. What you supposed to do? You know, let's channel our energy in the right area first, and then we could go to these major projects and funding and looking out for all our friends and buddies.
People's lives, no. That's not the right way to look at it, I'm sure. People's lives have been hanging in the balance since Irma many years ago, 2017. They have not, like that. I mean, yes, I feel your pain, but they've been in pain for half a decade. It's time for them to get back to their lives as well. And that's a challenge for the government, right? And especially when you try to run everything from central government, or you've got a lot of things going on at the same time. And it's going to be difficult to say who should get more priority than the other, right? But I hope you get sorted out soon. I hope you get sorted out soon.
Dwight, here's my thing. Why can't both be done? Why do we have to choose? Why do we have to choose which one comes first?
Well, obviously, there was some choosing that has happened already. This Ragged Island thing was well down on the totem pole of
this should have been done, and there are other things that are happening that the government should also be paying attention to. It can't be a situation where we're just really locked into Ragged Island or wherever, and so everything else just falls apart or is neglected. No, we should be able to do both, to pay who is owed as well as to focus on continuing to build up Ragged Island.
Yeah, I know you're all going to get sick and tired of me, but it's going to get worse in 2022. But, people talk like that last caller when everything seems to be done from one central spot, right? As opposed to delegating the work out there. So this handles this, whereas that over there handles that. Right. And so people say, well, why did you do that first? What about us? We've been here since 10 years ago suffering. And so it makes people think that you don't think we're important. But if you could decentralize and delegate, you might not have these these issues. But hey, that's just me running on again about the way we do governance in this country. That just is head scratching at times. All right, more of your text messages before we take a break. This person says here, I think I read that already. Yep, okay. All right. So we will see. Hopefully, Cooper does have a plan for Ragged Island. Hopefully, the residents can be a part of that plan as well. And we hope the people in Abaco are paying attention. After Dorian, that was a sign. You cannot go back and just put the same thing back where it was before. We need to have a real conversation what to do to make things better, and whether this should even be here in the first place. Maybe we need to move inland, up further, really come up with an aesthetically pleasing and functional design for Marsh Harbor and the surrounding areas. This is the time to take this whole island into the future, the 21st century. But are we doing that? Are we still going to be doing what we've done for the last few hundred years? And we've not heard it. We saw the Chamber of Commerce president in Abaco complaining about how it looked like the time had passed for there to be this real master plan for Abaco. It's just unbelievable that we are here again. And it's very sad. Oh, boy. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get to the DNA. And we've got another drawing of the Bahamas COVID vaccination raffle. And, hey, you need to pick up today's Nassau Guardian. Roots, Junkanoo Group. They're celebrating their 30th anniversary, 30 years already. And there's a whole supplement in today's Nassau Guardian about it. Isn't that something? So pick up today's Nassau Guardian for your supplement. Congratulations. Happy anniversary to Roots. All right, we're going to be back. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Motto, look at that beauty, eh? The way that melted cheese sauce with mushroom drips from the sides. Boy, I just can't.
What are you talking about?
The bacon mushroom melt from Wendy's.
For real?
Yes, if you're gonna melt, then melt with this. Try the layers of cheese and smoky mushrooms that makes this burger more craveable than any other. Upgrade your Wendy's combo to a large up until December 17th and scratch and win over $45,000 prime only. Wendy's, different inside and out.
You can win. You can win. Everybody can win with Esso this Christmas. Win with Esso every week in the Fill Up and Win this Christmas promotion. Simply spend $25 or more in fuel, write your name, email, and telephone number on the back of your receipt, and drop it in the entry box provided for your chance to win loads of weekly prizes. Promotion ends December 22nd, 2021. Terms and conditions apply. Visit bettergasmileage.com/fill-up-and-win for more details. The Esso brand is a trademark of ExxonMobil Corporation and is used under license.
Open up this at the time of the year. BTC spreading Christmas cheer. To everybody whether far or near.
Move to the rhythm of Christmas round here. Enjoy huge smartphone savings plus a Christmas gift when you sign up or make a purchase. Connect and share the magic this Christmas with BTC.
Christmas make it BTC. It's the better choice for you and me. Move to the rhythm of Christmas. Move to the rhythm of BTC.
Missions apply.
This is 9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Here with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Laverne Gardner on this Monday morning. And so you know what that music means. It's time for the Bahamas COVID vaccination raffle drawing for today. And we're giving away 2 great prizes for people who are vaccinated, fully vaccinated, or even partially vaccinated. And all you have to do to be a part of this, if you are vaccinated or even partially, just register vaxbahamas.com. Vaxbahamas.com. It takes just a couple minutes and you are set to go. You are entered to win. And our partners at the U.S. Embassy have been organizing this wonderfully. Some great prizes that we've been giving away since September. And we're doing it every Monday and Thursday now as we head to the holidays. And today we are giving away 2 technology gifts. We've got a Samsung Galaxy Watch from Alive and an Alcatel 7-inch tablet, also from Alive. So 2 great prizes from Alive today. All right, so let's give away that watch. The Samsung Galaxy Watch from Alive. The winner of the Samsung Galaxy Watch from Alive. Is it, how did I say this? Lossie Smith? Lossie, L-O-S-I-E Smith. Is that Lossie Laverne? Yeah. Well, Lossie Smith, you've won the Samsung Galaxy Watch from Alive. Congratulations. That's great stuff. And the U.S. Embassy is going to be in contact with you to let you know how you can collect your prize. L-O-S-I-E Smith. All right. Now, for the Alcatel 7-inch tablet from Alive, the winner is Carla Roche. Carla Roche, R-O-A-C-H-E. Or is that Roche? Anyway, Carla, you've won. Carla Roche, R-O-A-C-H-E, the Alcatel 7-inch tablet from Alive. Congratulations to you again. The U.S. Embassy will be in contact with you to let you know how to collect your prize. Great stuff. And remember, another drawing on Thursday. Register if you haven't already, vaxbahamas.com. Vaxbahamas.com. Okay. Great stuff. All right, so let's continue. Let's continue with what's in the news. So, Laverne, we've been talking about this, teasing it all morning, but the DNA leader on Friday, Orinthia Komolafe, they've been very quiet since that crushing defeat, much fewer votes than they had in the previous election, and a whole lot more fewer than what they did there. So many have been wondering, what is the future of the DNA? What happened this go-around? And Orinthia Komolafe answering or asking some of the same questions at least. Take a listen to this report from our Berthany McDermott.
I hereby publicly announce my resignation as leader of the DNA, effective immediately.
And with those words, Orinthia Komolafe, the first woman to become leader of a political organization in the Bahamas, closed this chapter of her life. The move came after the party suffered a crushing defeat in the September 16th general election, performing worse than it did in the 2012 and 2017 general elections. After the grueling loss, the party sought to find answers.
Was it because many people did not show up to vote? Was it because our base was not large enough to produce the numbers we wanted? Did the incidents of Dorian and the pandemic and the overall state of economic affairs in the country factor in? Was it because the party leader with a so-called funny name? Was it because we didn't have the funding to match the machinery of the PLP and the FNM?
However, she admitted that being at the helm of a third party was never easy. The biggest problem, funding. In fact, Komolafe said the party secured no major funding leading up to the election despite an operating cost of $100,000 annually.
I spent my own personal funds to the tune of 6 figures to fund the DNA's campaign during the recent elections. The fact is that over these past 4 years, the party has been plagued with financial challenges.
Komolafe was elected leader of the DNA in February 2019 by a margin of 6-1. Upon assuming leadership, she sought to rebuild the party. However, she admitted its current model of operation is unsustainable.
It is simply unsustainable to have a leader that is the main financier of the party's operations, alongside members, on the leader being the main commentator on the party, writing of press releases for officers and spokespersons, while performing administrative functions within the organization.
In the run-up to the last two elections, the outgoing leader said she was offered a nomination from both parties but turned them down. As for third parties, she said they're plagued by cannibalism in a race for third place.
This is unfortunate because the base of third parties is simply too small to capture the government, even with an amalgamation of them all. Independent third parties have simply not earned the trust of the majority of the Bahamian people.
Reporting for the Guardian News Network, I'm Berthany McDermott.
Wow, that is a depressing story. Did you hear all that, Laverne? The things that
I heard all
the
of that.
leader has to do?
Does a leader have to do all of that?
Well, in that type of environment.
If you're the leader, why don't you create a different system? Could you not create a different system? Wasn't that within your power? I mean,
You got to pay for that.
I listened to it, to all of the possible reasons or questions that she put forth as to perhaps why the DNA was successful. But was it successful? But again, those are questions that she can answer, right? Because after the election, don't you sit down and look at everything? And so you would have this information to see and have a better understanding of why your party wasn't successful. So, to put these questions out there, to just leave them, why?
But while I'm listening to that, I'm thinking, well, this feels like church, where everything the pastor says, everyone's like, yes, 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 because the answer is likely yes to all of them.
All of them.
Sadly, oh boy. That's very sad. Well, you know what? You remember when we had and they didn't like it. None of the parties liked it. None of the fringe parties, as I called it at the time. But when we had Fringe Party Week, and we invited them on, and they were all angry that how could you call us that? We're a serious organization. And I didn't say that you weren't, but right? And we asked every one of them, why are you running a full slate of candidates? Why 5 key constituencies that you think you might be able to do something with, and put all of your energy and your focus there and get some of the best people and have a real plan that sets you apart from the others, because a lot of those groups all seem to be the same. And even the two other parties started to co-op and say the same things they said. So really, like, what are we voting for here? Because they all say the same thing. And the DNA had some different ideas, but we heard it too late. And they're going to say they don't get the attention from the media that they deserve or that they should get when they do issue statements. But it's a lot more to it than that. And there are more creative ways to get your message out there. And they weren't showing that. But again, from what we heard in that report, obviously everything's coming from one person. And, so she thought. And that would explain a lot. And it's very, very, very sad. Let's read some of your messages quickly before we go. Wow. All right. So this is to you. Laverne Dwight's a man. They don't know how to do more than one thing at a time. If we had a woman PM, boy, this country would have been booming. I think you asked a great question.
We had an opportunity to have a female prime minister, but no one wanted to vote for the DA. I'm sorry.
Wow. But you're right. I mean, put those things in place. But as she was saying, she's paying for a lot of this out of her own money, and that is not sustainable at all.
Absolutely. I agree. It is not sustainable.
Mm-hmm. And I guess they didn't want to do what the other parties do, is go after somebody and make promises to them. Like, once we get in, we're going to do this for you and make this legal finally, and then you'll be straight, right? So I guess oh boy, next time. Another one here. Stop being selective with the text messages you read. Dwight, do better. Okay, yeah, I will. This one here, neither PLP nor FNM. We worked the polls during the last election and have yet to be paid. What's up with that? What? Oh boy. Mm-hmm.
Who's responsible for paying?
That person is no longer there. But okay. Well, that's unfortunate. It's a lot of things from that.
Each party pays their poll workers, correct?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, which part? I don't know if they worked for the parties or if they worked with the Department of Parliament. I'm not sure which part, but okay. A lot of things from that election that we wish we knew the answers to, like how many spoiled ballots. I was thinking about that the other day. Still never got an answer on that one. And
like why we had an early election? We still not got an answer on
headwinds. We headwinds. Tough decisions. That's all we know. The serious things are coming. Only one man knows exactly what, though. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, what will that mean for the DNA? Is it over for them? And should it be over? Should they just call it quits? And when Arinthia Komalafi says that she is quitting the DNA but not politics, what does that mean?
What do you think it means?
I don't know.
Because there have been a lot of things circulating around on social media. So I don't know. Does that mean that she's going to form the new DNA? Or does it mean that she is going to join up with an existing party?
I don't know. That wouldn't surprise me. Clearly, she's said it that these third parties don't get the respect, the Rodney Dangerfield politics in the Bahamas, right? So it's just not going to be worth it. You got to try to change the other ones from within, maybe.
But I always find it, odd that you can be so diametrically opposed to a particular party. Your views, you make it clear when you are campaigning that your views are completely separate. Your belief system is completely different. But then you aren't successful, and all of a sudden you are able to align yourself with the same party that you were diametrically opposed to, and you had such dissenting views about.
Yeah.
So what changes so that you're able to make that decision?
The direction of the wind. That's what changed.
Did you change? Did the party make any significant change that now suddenly they're more aligned with your thinking?
The cologne that you wore that day, that changed. And so that just made, So we got to go to the news, but this text here, when you don't run a full slate, people here don't take you seriously. It's different in some other countries. Well, I think it's because of the approach. I think it's because of what we say, right? If you made it last year, if somebody just ran, we're just running for Grand Bahama because we want to fix Grand Bahama. We're going to run 5 candidates. That's all, because that is our goal. And if Abaco had the same thing, we're only here. I need to get in the house so that we can make Abaco better. We only want to make this island better. That's all. I don't want to be representing the whole country. This is what our plan is. That's how you start. Make it clear that that's your focus. Just put us in there so that our needs are going to be addressed once and for all. I think that could possibly start to change the way people see things. It might not work immediately, but just keep at it and you can get it going, perhaps.
You may find that you will be successful and win maybe a couple of seats. You may end up with, for example, if you're doing that for Grand Bahama, we have 5 seats. You may get 2. You may get 3. It's a beginning.
Yeah. And people see that, and they worked for that election. In 5 years, they might give you an additional seat. And you work hard at it, and you presented our ideas and our concerns very effectively in the House, and we like this. We think we're going to give your party all of our seats here or whatever. And it goes from there. But we want to be a little bit of everything to everybody to get some real change out there. But hey, we got to go. Laverne, thank you very much. I know you have to run as well.
Yeah, so it's a pleasure as always.
Thank you so much. When we come back, Morning Blend Business, we're talking with CFAL about their holiday savings challenge, what you need to keep in mind about savings for the holiday and beyond. Plus, they have a big announcement and a big winner. We can get into all of that after the break for news. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Stay with us.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, It's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Blend Business on this Monday, December 13th, 2021. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan, and this morning we are talking about the Holiday Savings Challenge, the CFAL Holiday Savings Challenge. Always a pleasure for us to talk about this every year, and we're going to make somebody very happy this morning as well. Claudia Thompson, a pension administrator at CFAL, is with us, and we'll. Good morning, Claudia. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Good morning, Dwight, and good morning to all of my holiday savings clients. I know everybody's been waiting for this the whole year, so we're very excited today.
All right, so we're going to draw it out a little bit, make them wait a little longer before they find out who's going to get the special Christmas bonus today. But for those who might not be familiar, tell us about the Holiday Savings Challenge and explain that bonus to us as well.
So the Holiday Savings Challenge runs every year from January to November. And the idea is that you put in $25 each week, which works out to be $100 each month. Or some months it's one that you have $1,200 at the end of November. And we pay out in December, so you have $1,200 for Christmas.
Yeah.
And this has had overwhelming support. Bahamians love Christmas, so we are just ready to go. Everybody's ready to go shopping and ready to sign up for 2022 as well.
Yeah. And I'm sure some people listening saying, well, I could do this on my own. I don't need CFAL for that. But we know the realities of life. Things come up, and sometimes you say, I'll put that back next month. And then you find out that you didn't do it, right? So this is why you need a partner like CFAL with this.
Yes, so of course, 2020, 2021 has been rough for a lot of people. And where we have a no withdrawal policy that has helped quite a few clients to stick it through to the end and make sure that they have something for Christmas. So yes, there are some people, those are the really disciplined people. Not all of us are like that. Some of us, me included, we need a little help. So there's nothing wrong with going to a financial institution and at least gaining some interest. There's 3% interest that you earn on your funds.
Well, there you go.
That's something that you don't get by putting it in an envelope in your closet.
Right.
Or
even the bank.
I know, right? I know. So 3% and just, 11 months of saving, I think that's doable for most people. Yeah. And if it's not, it's something to gear towards and try to grow towards.
That is excellent. Excellent. I want to talk about savings and help with those who are struggling with saving in just a bit. But I notice the numbers seem to be growing in the challenge. More people, as you said earlier, the response has been overwhelming.
Yes. So we thought things, might get worse after 2020, but it turns out and they were like, no, I am going to do this. I am going to be more disciplined. I am going to save and have a great Christmas for 2021. And we literally doubled our numbers.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, from 2020 to 2021. So it was incredible. We weren't sure what was going to happen because of the pandemic, but it exceeded all of our expectations.
And of course, the bonus might be some incentive as well for that. Tell us about the bonus there.
Yes. So of course, the bonus is definitely an incentive to all of my clients who have called me and said, you know what, Ms. Thompson, I am going to win this year. Everyone is just excited about this $1,000. Bahamians love a chance to win something. And I think people in general, why not? If you can have an extra $1,000, you've been saving $1,200 and an extra $1,000 almost doubles your money. That makes a difference at Christmas time, especially, and prices going higher and higher. That $1,000 really can come in handy.
And we're hearing people are so sad. So many places still struggling. Their places of employment and not able to offer bonuses. So I mean, something like this would be quite special for a lot of people. All right, so we'll get back to that. As you said, we're going to tease this, draw this out, make the make everybody wait a bit. But let's talk about it. The challenges, you mentioned some of it, of course, 2020, 2021, so difficult for people to even think about saving. And so even in a good year, it's challenging. But are there some key tools, some special things that people need to keep in mind that help that savings pill be a little bit easier to swallow?
Yes. So I think the silver lining of the pandemic has been that a lot of people woke up to how important saving is and keeping something aside for a very, very long time. And you can get complacent and think, okay, I'll always be able to do X, Y, and Z. But with the pandemic, a lot of people have had situations come up that they never thought they would have to deal with. And the importance of saving and having something there, a lot of people have had to draw on their savings during this time. And they really realized, okay, maybe I should have listened to my grandparents and saved something and put something aside. And the ones that hadn't have renewed their focus on saving and investing and learning more on what to do. I know the banks have been changing their strategies with fees and interest rates, and we're not going to go into that too much, but that has been a seismic shift we've seen as well, with clients becoming more savvy with investing. They want to learn more about bonds, stocks, the whole 9 yards, mutual funds. So we get a lot more to be getting from a commercial bank.
Right.
Now, with sometimes not taking too much risk, but then we also have the risk takers who want to learn more about investing in general.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about that, as opposed to just the differences, just putting your money in and collecting, whether it is a little bit of interest or a lot, but also making your money work for you, taking those risks. Let's talk about the scenarios where this will be good for you and those scenarios when perhaps this is not the avenue you should be going down.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about risk. The main thing is when you're talking low risk, which is most Bahamian clients, we don't like to take risk, myself included. And we like to be sure that when we want our money, it is available and that we haven't suffered any type of losses. So when you're looking at that, you're going to go into low risk mutual funds or bonds, that sort of thing, anywhere between 3.5% and 5% each year. Sometimes a little more, depending on the year. And then when you bump it up to moderate risk, those clients who want to take a little bit of risk, they usually have a mix of bonds and equities or stocks, where they're getting some growth potential with stock, as well as that comfort level from the low risk bonds. And then for those high risk people who like to take a little bit of a gamble, we have strictly...
Playing numbers? No.
We do not encourage that. We do not encourage that. Right. CPAL is all about investing long-term with a plan. We want to make sure that you know what your money is doing, how it's growing, and what everything means. The main thing is, if you don't understand something, don't invest in it. Right. We need you to be able to sleep at night, and we want you to read everything and make sure that you are comfortable and clear on what you're investing in.
All right, so tell us more about the high, what are some of the things you're talking about there?
Dwight, you sound like you might be a high-risk investor.
I am truly not. But I know those often have better yields, right? Is that right?
They can, yes. So the potential with the high risk is that you have a wider range of return options. So some years it might be down to 1%, and other years it could go up to 15%. Wow. So the higher the risk, the higher the width of that, what could happen, really. And we have US dollar funds, global bond and global equity. And the global equity is invested in stocks all over the world. And that one is considered high risk because, of course, if you go into that, the markets can go down, they can go up, they can do all sorts of things. And you have to be okay with that and have what we call a strong stomach and not panic if you see some negatives for maybe 6 months.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So we know that every few months we offering shares. Would that be considered moderate, or how does it depend on whether you are investing in a new stock something that just recently went public, or an existing something that's been around for a while that you have a track record, you can see how well they've performed?
So without going into too much detail, yes, it does depend on the size of the company, if it's an IPO or initial public offering. So different things, ramp up the risk, and some things tone down the risk. So it does depend on the company, the size of the company, the amount of shares they've previously offered, all of those things combined. So yes, you do have to look at what we call an offering memorandum and read through the details and see. They will say, what we plan to do, what we think will happen, how do we plan to, divvy up dividends, how do we know all of these things are a consideration. Yeah. And we need to read through. I always say, read the offering memorandum, read the fact sheet, and try to understand. And if you don't understand, call a broker, trader, and try to ask questions.
Right. Okay, that is great advice there. All right, so what are some of the mistakes you see people doing with their money when they start getting into investing, or when they try to do it on their own without going to a company like CFAL? What are some of the pitfalls you see?
I see where some people get excited about get rich quick schemes where it sounds too good to be true. It usually is. So if the market, the normal low risk rate is around 4.25, then someone's coming to you and saying, okay, I can make you 15% on your money. You have to ask, okay, what is the risk that I'm taking? 15% sounds great, but what is that difference between my low risk of 4.25 and that, 15%? What is happening? What could happen? Always ask that question. Yes, it could happen. You could get the 15%, but, read the fine print. That's the main thing. We hear people who maybe didn't do so well with saving over the years, and they want to make sure that, I'm getting ready to retire. 4 years or 2 years, I want to double my money that I have in my pension or something like that, and I want to do something risky. Wow. We always say, okay, the closer you are to retiring, doing all of that, the more safe you need to be, the more low risk you need to be, because you have less time to recover. So that's the main thing, is the dazzle of I can double my money in a year or something like that with a very high risk investment. Yeah. Yes, it has a high potential for return, but it also has you losing your funds as well.
Yeah. And you mentioned pensions, and you're a pension administrator. So tell us about that. Are we getting it? Are people thinking about that and needing to have that nest egg for the future? Or are we still, so many of us, in the mindset that you only live once, money's meant to be spent, and got to live life to the fullest? And God will make a way for when I retire.
Yes, but God helps those who help themselves as well, right? So we need to make sure that we're doing our part. And what we see is a shift with younger people where they realize, yes, I want to go away, I want to have nice things, but I'm going to budget for that. So they're really focused on their budget and making sure that they have their money at a certain point in time. They're going to enjoy life, but we also see that they are saving. So it's like a split. It's not just, I'm just going to use all of my money on enjoyment. I realize that things can go wrong. People can lose jobs, people can set aside, but also I'm going to budget and save for what I really, really want to do.
Yeah. What happens if you do lose? If you started a pension fund, you started saving for a pension, and you lose your job, what happens in scenarios like that?
Well, if you have a pension with a company like CFAL, then you would get your funds, everything that you're entitled to. CFAL would pay you out, plus interest for everything, for the years of service and everything, whatever your employer's agreement with you is, we would pay that out. And you would have a nest egg, you would have something to live off of. And if you want to retire, fully, or if you want to look for another job, some clients still want to work. They have a lot of energy and they want to do something else. So they'll look for a part-time, something less stressful, but also live off of the interest. And what we find a lot of clients are doing is they're actually keeping their money with us and putting it in a mutual fund just in their personal name, coming out of their company's pension if they lose their job, and they're opening an investment account and just taking what they need to live off of for 6 months to a year and letting the rest of it earn interest for them.
Okay. Hey, that sounds like a whole show. We need to have you back to talk about that. All right. We're going to get back to the Holiday Savings Challenge in a bit and what people can do, what they need to know about next year, and then we'll get to that. Good morning, caller. You're on Morning Blend Business.
How are you doing?
Doing well.
That's good. I wanted to know if you could talk about the cruise port investment. I think CFL was managing that. You know, in terms of what the yield and what's all required.
Okay. All right. Thank you, caller. Claudia, I don't know if you want to go down that road, but
Well, I kind of expected it this morning. I will be the first one to tell you I'm not an expert on the offering. That's our investments and corporate advisory team. But I will direct you to the website, which is bahamasinvestmentfund.net. And everything is on there. We have videos explaining everything. It's basically $1,000 minimum per person, and you apply online. Everything is done online. And we ask that you upload all of your documentation and your proof of payment and everything. The one thing I will say is with the website, the bahamasinvestmentfund.net, the best thing to do is to open it not in Internet Explorer, to try to use Chrome or Firefox or something. As Internet Explorer, sometimes with the form, we've noticed it giving an error, whereas
Internet
the other
Explorer
browsers,
still exists?
it does. Can you believe it? But we will say, but we've gotten quite a few, queries on that. So I would say try to use another browser, but the website really does have everything. And like I said earlier, read the offering documents, read everything, make sure you understand what you're investing in. And you can always call or go on the website, talk to our corporate advisory team. There's Ms. Darvel who's here who can help you. But yes, we are in the midst of it. It closes on Friday, December 17th. It's been open from Wednesday, and the response for that has been overwhelming as well.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Any idea why that's so short a window? Is it because we expected it was going to be oversubscribed? Is that why, or what's that?
No, not really. Usually these things are open for anywhere from 10 to 14 business days. So this is pretty standard. Yeah, we got that question as well. Like why isn't it open longer? But what we found, 10 days to 14 business days as well. But we find that even though we have it open for a period of time, the majority of the applications come in the last 3 days. So no matter how long it's open, it's going to be everybody at the last 3 days. So I would advise anybody who's really interested to try to be proactive and come in as early as possible and get everything sorted out.
My goodness. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are going to be crazy days.
Yes. I'm going to need a lot of coffee. Investments team, corporate advisory team are going to need a lot of coffee.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, exciting stuff, though. Definitely exciting stuff. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, more on the Holiday Savings Challenge, some of the things that people need to know if they want to be part of this for next year. And we're going to keep all of these folks on edge, waiting to see if they're going to win this $1,000 a little bit longer. We're going to stretch it out. But I'm so glad to be talking with Claudia Thompson with CFAL. This is Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9. We'll be back after these messages.
At Fidelity, the holidays are all about family, spending time with loved ones, and being thankful for the little things in life. Worrying about bills should be the last thing on your mind, especially during the holidays. Let Fidelity help you get your bills under control. Fidelity can also get you started with a real savings plan that actually pays you interest. The only thing you need to think about is what you will do with the savings in your pocket this Christmas. Now that's what I'm talking about. Fidelity Bank is here for you this holiday season because you are family, and family is important to us.
This traffic report is brought to you by Shield Insurance and Prudential Loss Adjusters.
Final look at traffic, and on the downside of 9 o'clock now, we see that the Southwest gateways have really had some improvement this morning. It appears that the assistance in the roundabout there on JFK and Bahama Boulevard for Glasson Road is working, and there's minor delays getting out of that corridor into the city at this time. Same thing is happening on Samala Butler Highway. Assistance there on 20th Million Darling allowed some of that traffic on Samala Butler Highway to flow. Most of that out of there at this hour as well. And there's a similar look on Carmichael Road, where there's minor traffic delays getting out there on the Blue Hill Road by the traffic light, and Blue Hill really good ride. A little bit slow getting over the hill in 20th Million Darling, but then that's about it. The remainder of those corridors that have your hefty morning rush during the morning commute still have good traffic flow going on. You're talking about Marathon Road, the north lane there headed into Wolf Road, Soldier Road headed into the Wolf Road intersection, also having the Bernard Road traffic come into that, and still hefty traffic lines on the Eastern Road attempting to get out there on the Shirley Street. By this time now, West Bay Street has slowed down. Once you get past the Saunders Beach roundabout, the ride into the city slows down because of the amount of traffic now that's coming along that route. Inner city areas, it's still a normal morning flow of the traffic. No real serious congestions going on. A little bit slow on East Street after getting past the Independence Highway roundabout, leaving from the south. But for the most part, the morning commute is pretty much over. This National Traffic Report is service of the Paint Place. Having 25 years of providing quality products at affordable prices, they are the sole distributors of Benjamin Moore and Richard Paints. Now with a 20% store-wide sale going on. The Paint Place in 3 locations, Bilney Lane, Sandy Port, and Marsh Harbor, Abaco. With the Riding Sky look at traffic in real time, have the ANN.
Michael was in a horrible car accident. Prudential Loss Adjusters managed his claim and got him the settlement he deserved. Sierra's roof received hurricane damage. Thanks to her kids are happy with their claim settlement. Tammy fractured her ankle in a slip and fall. Prudential saved her time, money, and peace of mind. Prudential Loss Adjusters are here for you whenever a tragedy strikes. Call 322-4026 now.
Protect the things that really matter to you. Shield Insurance is the insurance company that grows with you to meet your insurance needs through this beautiful adventure we call life. From automobile to home to life and health, boat, liability, construction, and business insurance, Shield has affordable policies, flexible options, friendly service, and the expertise to protect your hard-earned assets. Shield Insurance agents and brokers in Nassau, call 356-7202 or Freeport 352-5945.
Helping out each other, family and everybody. It's a simple act of kindness with you, me, and RBC.
RBC wants to spread acts of kindness during this festive season. One simple act of kindness for our friends, co-workers, and communities can cause the brightest smile. Help a stranger, give a food basket, or call an elderly person. Share your stories at facebook.com/RBC Caribbean.
Acts of kindness, RBC.
See something? Say something. Bahamas. In Nassau, 328-8477. That's 328-TIPS. Or from the Family Islands, 242-300-8477. That's 242-300-TIPS. Be safe and happy holidays, Bahamas, from the directors of Crime Stoppers Bahamas.
My Gateway is the centralized, safe, secure way to access and pay for government services online. Go to mygateway.gov.bs and log in to request a police character certificate, renew your passport or driver's license, and more. Receive emails confirming requests and alerts when documents are ready. You must have a valid, government-issued ID in order to collect documents. My Gateway is fast, easy, and convenient. Go to mygateway.gov.bs and register today.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Your morning business report brought to you by CFAL. Bahama President Graham Davis says resort has a very strong outlook for the final week of the year with more than 96% occupancy and very little availability. Davis was giving an update during the Bahamas Hotel and Tourism Association's 69th annual general meeting. He said that Bahamar had a very successful wrap-up of November and exceeded the resort's 2019 numbers. He says they're encouraged by the CDC and the U.S. State Department's dropping the Bahamas back to a level 3. And he says this has helped the country and the whole tourism industry here. Davis says the most positive sign of the resort is coming from rates, which are up over 20% in booking pace compared to the same period in 2019. According to Vice President and General Manager of Convention Services, Carlton Russell, he says Atlantis is experiencing great numbers since Thanksgiving, especially with the Battle for Atlantis basketball tournament, which took place at the time. For Thanksgiving weekend this year, Lynden Pindling International Airport welcomed 40,284 passengers, according to NAD CEO Bernice Walking. She says this was 81% of the number recorded in 2019 when the Bahamas recorded record visitor arrivals. Thanksgiving is one of the busiest travel periods for Americans, with more than 42% taking trips for the holiday. For comparison, there were 5,878 passenger arrivals at LPIA in 2020 during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. After a long wait, Carnival Cruise Line has been granted the environmental permits it's been waiting on to commence construction of its $170 million cruise port development on Grand Bahama. Acting chairman of the Grand Bahama Island Tourism Board, Ian Roll, making the announcement during his presentation to the Bahamas Hotel and Tourism Association's annual general meeting, noting that because of it and other new projects, Grand Bahama is gradually getting off of life support. And Destination Development, Gora Israel, saying in February he was lamenting the exhausting, his word, process of receiving permits to begin construction of the projects. Then Minister of Environment and Housing, Ramal Ferreira, said the government would not issue environmental permits to cruise ships that are not in compliance with the laws of the country, charging that for far too long, cruise ships have treated the Bahamian waters like a, quote, toilet. But you can read more about the change in today's Guardian Business section. And the COVID-19 pandemic has set Fusion Superplex's fiscal plans back 2 years, forcing the still fledgling business to rearrange its debt and hope for a return to normal operating profit by summer of next year. That's according to the company's CEO, Carlos Folks. He told members of the media this during a grand reopening ceremony that they're back in business and now happy again. They're hoping for the second half of 2022 to return to operating profit. Overseas, from the U.S., the Biden administration is set to release a federal strategy today to implement 1,000 charging stations for electric vehicles across the country and ultimately transform the U.S. auto industry. The $1 trillion infrastructure law President Biden signed last month authorizes the charging stations and sets aside $5 billion for states with the goal to build a national charging network. The law also provides an additional $2.5 billion for local grants to support charging stations in rural areas and in disadvantaged communities. Meanwhile, in Germany, the new government there today says it's extending the country's current system of incentive payments for buyers of electric and hybrid cars for a year, but then plans to impose tougher requirements for vehicles to qualify for the support. The Economy and Climate Ministry that was set up when Germany's new government took office last week said it will only provide payments starting in 2023 for electric vehicles that demonstrably have a positive climate protection effect. Meeting that requirement will be based in part on a minimum distance under electric power. For the next year, the current system will still apply, making buyers of electric-only cars eligible for incentives of up to €9,000 or about $10,200, and qualifying buyers of plug-in hybrids for up to €6,750. Germany's new Economy and Climate Minister said the government is trying to ensure continuity while it works on a new system. In your Market Watch, recapping trading on the BISX. From Friday, your market movers, J.S. Johnson moving 500 shares, closing unchanged at $15.50. Consolidated Water up 2 cents, closing at $2.17. Emira Incorporated down 7 cents, closing at $11.43. The BISX All Share Index closing at 2,184.64, down 0.04. Recapping the week, the local market ended the week with 86,726 shares, crossing the exchange with 24 trades, accumulating a value of $307,018.35. BISX All Share Index gained 53.52 points, or 2.511%. Year to date, the index is up 92.26 points, or 4.4. The week's volume and value leader, Focall, moving 27,000 shares in 2 trades with a value of $94,720. That's your Market Watch. And that is your morning business report, brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations. And tune in tonight for CFAL Talks right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 at 6:30 p.m.
Party hop, mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling.
And we are here with Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan. Talking with Claudia Thompson with CFAL, talking about their holiday savings challenge. Okay, so we're going to get some details about how the challenge works, and then we'll talk about next year if folks are interested in being a part of this. All right, so you can't withdraw, as you mentioned earlier. But how many people opt out? Do they, I can't do it anymore? What's that rate look like?
So there are a few who start strong and they have to take a break or they don't finish because of certain circumstances. But what happens is the funds that they've already put in to the plan stay in the plan until we pay out in December, and they continue to earn interest. So it's not like you're losing, it's just you have to wait for the funds to come to you in December.
Okay, well, that sounds pretty good. That's a good thing there. And I see you have a list of frequently asked questions. Cash, that's an interesting one. So no cash.
No cash. So we are trying to go to a cash. So the main options are online banking. A lot of clients make their payments using their online banking that's already set up. And we also have clients who walk in and make a payment on our CIBC account every month, or however frequently they want to make payments. Usually it's weekly if it's online. Sometimes it's monthly. Most clients want to do monthly depending on when they get paid.
Right.
But it's really online or going into the bank and making your payments. We are not taking cash in office. And we did have 1 or 2 who did checks last year, but we are trying to go with 0 checks this coming year.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I know that's a challenge. We got a call last week about that. Someone hoping to buy shares with cash. And
Yes. Yeah, we're not a commercial bank, so we're not set up, for cash deposits and that sort of thing. So we try to make a distinction between a commercial bank and an investment or brokerage house.
Yeah. All right. So if you miss a month, no penalties or anything.
Set up to where you lose anything. It's really just there to help you to save, encourage you to save and put in, as much as you can to get to that $1,200 goal by the end of November. And, so you have something with interest to, spend at Christmas time or whatever. Some people have it for bills or to start an investment after that time. They're like, okay, this is my little nest egg to start something else. And they go from there.
See, that's the thing that people are saying, well, I could get my friends together, do an ASU, but you won't get the interest unless you have a very special ASU. Right.
And another interesting thing is the timing of this. Some of the clients are going to use their money to go into the cruise port offering. So we didn't time it that way on purpose, I promise. But some of the clients are going to use the funds because it's over the $1,000.
Yeah.
So some of them are going to do that.
That is very, very convenient and perfect. That's wonderful. Wonderful stuff there. All right. And so what do you need to do to sign up? What documents do you need? Anything special? Blood type information? What is it?
We don't ask you for too much. So we're going to have an online platform for applications starting in January. So we run January 4th through the 21st. And it's going to be an online platform. We're going to ask everyone to just complete date of birth, all of that information. You can name a beneficiary on the account. And we ask you to attach your passport, NID, or a driver's license. So we need 2 forms of photo ID. And then we'd like a proof of address, something like a voter's card that matches your current address, a bank statement, a utility bill, a recent one in your name that shows like your physical address, not just your PO box. Say something that says, okay, Susan Smith, Carmichael Road, Claudia Thompson, whatever the address is. So something like that. And then you can attach your proof of payment also. So we're asking you to try to set up your online banking now. If you were one of those people who ended up having to go into the bank last year, to try and get that all set up so that you can just do your transfers and just attach it to that online application.
So you don't need to know where I work. That stuff isn't important.
No. You can type it in if you want to tell us. We don't mind. But no, it's not on the application. We don't need to know where you work. We just need your contact information, your physical, basically how to contact you, your NID number, that sort of thing, so we can register you in our system properly.
Okay, you just said it. Say it one more time for those interested in next year, when you start taking the applications and when you begin having to start saving.
So January is when we're going to start this year, January 4th through the 21st. And don't worry, you will hear about it. We will be doing print ads. We have a Facebook page. You can follow us. We have an Instagram account as well. So once you follow us, you will see the updates. You will see us posting about it. And of course, we always run radio ads and we always run print ads as well, just to let everybody know those dates. But that is a wider opening. You have 3 weeks to apply for the holiday savings. We want everybody to be captured and, really, really start saving for 2022. The idea is that it's going to be every Monday. So if you were a person who used to pay on a weekly basis, try to think of Mondays as your day to pay. If not, you can do monthly and try to pay by the 20th of each month, just so that we make sure we have enough posting time. Really and truly, we try to encourage everyone to just stay on point, try to budget, and get your 3% interest and be ready for Christmas.
That's beautiful. And can you pay more than the $25 per week? Or
this is the $1 million question.
Yeah.
Officially, no, Dwight. Officially, no. But
because that 3% interest sounds really good.
I know. But okay, we have other savings options for those clients who want to do more. But we have had clients who do slightly more. And what we tried to do is say, okay, if you want to do more, you can have up to 3 accounts. That's the maximum. So say I wanted to do more. Some people do it for their children as well. So this is their Christmas present for their children, their spouse. So I would have one for me. It would all be in my name, but I'm going to have 3 accounts. One for my husband, one for my mom, one for me, whatever I wanted to do. And I would just put, 3 sets of the $1,200 for the year, and I get paid out at the end of the year.
And that increases your chances of winning the bonus.
Yes, once I keep up to date with all of my payments, then yes, I can go into the drawing. And some of our clients are very, very, very up to date.
Okay, that's key. So you have to be up to date. You have to have made all the payments to be eligible to win the bonus.
Yes, you have to have kept up to date. You have to end with $1,200 or more for the drawing.
And so could you have made up if you missed some? Could you put it back in? Was that a possibility? And
yes,
are we seeing people? Yeah. Okay. All right.
So if they took a break, say June and July, and they wanted to come back and add or make up for that time,
Yeah.
in September and October, we've seen that happen as well,
Okay.
which is
and
fine.
that puts them back in the running for the bonus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most
Okay. That's
definitely.
good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So how many people are we looking at this year? How many people are in this and potentially could win this bonus?
Well, we have 186. So a little more than half, or almost a half, between a half and 2/3 of the people ended strong. It was incredible.
So the 186 is all the people who kept up.
Yes, who
So
are
that-
over that threshold, who are
Oh,
on my
goodness.
list. Yeah.
So what was
Mhm.
the total number that you had?
We had over 300.
Oh man. That's
Yeah,
pretty
we had
good.
over 300.
And you
So
said that was double the year before.
yes, so the year before 150
That is
in that range.
amazing stuff. Okay, so we've teased them long enough. You ready? You ready for this?
I'm ready. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I have a list, just a random list, and I'm going to ask you to pick a number between 1 and 186.
Why?
And I'm going to match it up to the name that number appears next to on
So
my
much
list.
pressure. So much pressure. Oh wow.
I need
this-
someone, impartial who doesn't know what's
Right,
going on
okay.
and to pick this number so that everything is above board.
Okay. All right. And this person's going to win an extra
An extra $1,000.
$1,000 on top of
Yes.
what they were saving. That is great stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so let me go with I want to make sure I didn't pick the same number because you asked me to do this last year as well, and I don't want to pick the same number that I picked. I don't remember what I picked. All right, let's go with 88.
88. So who is our lucky person, number 88? 88 is Corey Hamilton.
Corey
You
Hamilton.
are our winner. Yes.
Okay.
Corey Hamilton.
Wonderful stuff. Congratulations, Corey Hamilton. A little money for Christmas. And that's wonderful stuff there. And congratulations to everybody who took part in this. That takes some real, that's some good stuff to be saving every week, every month like that. And happy for you all. And hope you use it wisely. As you said, a lot of people are going to be investing with their money. And that is wonderful stuff there. Congratulations. Okay, so one more time for those who want to sign up for next year, what they need to be doing over the next
Okay,
few
so first thing is Corey Hamilton, please contact me today. I'm sure you will. And we will get you sorted out with the $1,000. And we'd like to take a photo of you. So we'll arrange all of that. But for next year, for 2022, it's going to be January 4th through January 21st. 2022, and it's going to be an online application platform. And we have our email address, which is savingschallenge@cfal.com, that you can email for more information. Savingschallenge@cfal.com. And we will be posting on our website, which is cfal.com. We'll be doing postings on our Facebook page, our Instagram account, and we will be doing radio and print ads. So don't worry, you won't miss it. But you can like us and follow us on Facebook and Instagram if you want to get notifications as well.
Great stuff. And getting, what do they need to do to get their money and their money back?
So we actually paid out everybody on Thursday.
Okay.
We sent all of the funds to all of the various banks. And so funds were supposed to be posted on the 10th, which was Friday. That was our official payout date. I know some clients contacted me and say, hey, maybe the banks didn't post it on time. Maybe you guys didn't send it on time, but we did send it early. But keep in mind, this is a high volume time.
Oh, yes.
So give the banks some time, at least 24 to 48 hours. So if you didn't get your funds on Friday, definitely email savingschallenge@cfal.com and we will look into it. But for sure, latest by today, you should have your money, but everything was sent out on Thursday.
Yeah.
If you don't receive your funds, just let us know and we will investigate. But everybody should have their money and be shopping.
And clearly, Claudia, this is getting more and more popular. I mean, is there a number that you won't be able to handle anymore? If you get 1,000 people, 3,000, what is the limit that CFAL can do with this?
No limit, no limit.
No. Oh, boy, okay.
We're okay.
All right, good stuff, folks. Hey, this is a great opportunity, right? I know it's a challenge, but it's relatively painless. It sounds like I don't know why I haven't signed up yet, but we'll talk, Claudia. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm glad that we made Corey and some other people smile this morning. Wonderful stuff. The CFAL Holiday Savings Challenge. Claudia Thompson, thanks again.
Thank you too. Great to be here.
We're going to take a quick break and be back to wrap things up. This is Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all.
What does Christmas mean to you? What about making a loved one's face smile? Car. CIBC First Caribbean gives you up to 100% financing on auto loans. Apply online and let our auto financing take you places this Christmas. Visit CIBCFCIB.com for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
It's that time of year once again, and we at Screws and Fasteners World say thank you to our valued customers for trusting us with your projects throughout the past year. There's still some time left to catch us in store, so find us at the corner of Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, or call 326-1976. Happy holidays, and have a happy new year.
Let me ask you a few questions. What's your name?
Pam.
Favorite food?
Steak.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
Is your money safe?
It's under my bed, so I guess so.
Are you serious?
Yeah, why?
Unless your money is in a bank or credit union that's a member of the Deposit Insurance Corporation, there's no guarantee it's safe.
Yeah, but what if something happens to the bank?
They're insured up to $50,000, so you'd still be ahead. Plus, your mattress might catch fire. Then what?
Man, those banks and credit unions are looking good right about now.
Visit the DIC's website at www.dic.bs. Protection for your money guaranteed with DIC.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Time for a final check of your weather for this Monday morning. Here's what's happening. We've got a ridge of high pressure across the country. It will gradually shift eastwards today as a weak frontal boundary across central Florida stalls just north of the islands by this evening. Beachgoers in the central and southeast Bahamas should exercise caution due to the risk of rip currents along east coast beaches today. For the northwestern islands, look for partly sunny, warm, and breezy conditions with a few quick passing showers possible, turning fair and breezy tonight. with a few showers possible. For the central and southeastern islands, variably cloudy, warm and breezy with quick passing showers possible. Breezy and mild tonight with a few stray showers possible. The frontal boundary will dissipate across the northern Bahamas with strong high pressure building behind it, leading to some fresh winds across the islands for much of the week. To windy week for most of the week. Keep that in mind. And that's we're expecting partly sunny and breezy conditions with a few showers tomorrow and Wednesday. That's your morning blend weather check. And that is going to do it for us for Morning Blend Business this morning. And for Morning Blend, thanks to Laverne Gardner for filling in for Pam Musgrove for us today. I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Morning Blend here and Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight, Strachan, have a great day. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green coming up next.
Wake up, it's a new day.